Indy City and Wrigley Field.
Way back and gone, we're tied. And you can hear the Brewers fans that traveled all the way down to check out their brew crew. It is back there. It is gone. Andrew Vaughn does it again. Back and gone again for Yelly. He's 4 for 4 and has driven in 5.
Now it's time for the On Deck Show, built by Menards, on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Hope he didn't get too far away, because it's more Brewers baseball from the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, the north side of Chicago. Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Hi, everybody. Jeff Levering with you alongside is Lane Grindle, and our producer and engineer is Kent Sommerfeld. Wind is still blowing in from left. We still haven't seen the sun today, but no big deal. As Brandon Woodruff gets to start in Game 2 of this doubleheader today, Jamison Tyone comes off the injured list and chucks it for the Chicago Cubs. We've got a lot more as the On Deck Show, built by Menards, continues on the Brewers Radio Network.
Brewers Radio is sponsored by International Autos, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. We Energies, Boucher Automotive Group, Tri-City National Bank, your local carrier dealers, Lakeland University, Z-Mart, Cannon and Dunphy, Loyal Family Renovations, Tsunami Express Car Wash, Steamfitters Local 601, Big Fish Contracting, SVA, a professional services company, WeatherTight, Window Nation, and Network Health on the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Dream of playing baseball in college or the pros? Start with a pros train at Sticks Academy in Waukesha, Wisconsin. With 50,000 square feet of indoor space and over 34 years of professional experience on staff, it's the Milwaukee area's top spot for college baseball and pro development. Since 2014, Sticks has helped produce over 300 college commitments, 90 Division I players, 10 MLB draft picks, and 6 current pros. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 14th. Register now at stiks.grbacademy.com.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Get away with huge savings at Hyundai West Dallas during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, where you can make your best deal and save an additional $500 on a new Hyundai. Or get 0% for 60 months and make no payments for 90 days on a new Palisade or Santa Fe. Get Hyundai Assurance and America's Best Warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. From Hyundai West Dallas, a member of the International Autos Group. Visit HyundaiWestDallas.com today. Financing with approved credit. $1,667 for every $1,000 financed with $0 down. Offers cannot be combined. Hence 9/2/2025.
The Brewers On Deck pregame show is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Need a quick clean? Tsunami Express has you covered. Wash, chill, repeat.
On Deck Show, built by Menards, continues from Wrigley Field. Wind is blowing in, and Lane, what has turned into a best-of-5 series, has now turned into a best-of-3 series after the Brewers shut out the Cubs in Game 1. Cubs took game number 2, the first one of this doubleheader today, by 2 runs, a 6-4 final. See what happens here tonight. Nice matchup on the mound, Woodruff and Jamison Tyone.
Yeah, really nice matchup. Tyone's coming off the injured list. He hasn't pitched since June 29th in the big leagues, but he was pushed out to 84 pitches in his last rehab start, so he's probably available to go normal length here today for the Cubs, and they'll need that, of course. And Woodruff, hey, what can you say? The Brewers have won every start he's made this year.
Just 65 pitches for Brandon Woodruff his last time out, but that was by design.
By design. I think they're going to be careful with him and Mizorowski until the finish line. They want these guys to have all their bullets available in October.
And potentially 80 pitches today from Brandon Woodruff. We'll see how it all shakes out. Brandon Woodruff is going to be making his 17th career start against the Chicago Cubs here tonight. Should be a fun one. Crowd is filing in. Game number 3 of the series, the second game of this doubleheader. We will hear from the field coordinator on the Major League side, Nestor Corredor. He's going to be joining us on the Manager's Show coming up next on the Brewers Radio Network.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is brought to you by Citgo, Miller Lite, Concordia University of Wisconsin, Usinger's Famous Sausage, American Family Insurance, Menards, Prevea Health, Construction Business Group, Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Woodman's Food Market, Bob's Tire, West Bend Insurance, The Silver Lining, U.S. Cellular, Carbliss, Island Resort and Casino, Hello Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Cousin Subs, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, and Wisconsin Dental Association on the Brewers Radio Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Come on, guys, get your shoes on. We're heading to Grandma's house.
Can I have an ice cream sandwich on the way? I saw some cedar crust in the freezer.
And you thought those were for you?
Well, yeah, I did.
Because you're the only one who likes cedar crust ice cream?
No, Arlo likes it too. Yes, I do. And I know how much you love your kids, Mom. Almost as much as your kids love cedar crust.
Well, you're right. But don't eat all of them. Your dad and I like cedar crust too. Grab one for each of us.
Cedar crust ice cream sandwiches, available in vanilla and black cherry.
Today's manager interview is brought to you by Concordia University, Wisconsin. Whether you're looking to grow in your current role or enter a new field at Concordia, you'll learn from experts and grow your professional network. Visit cuw.edu to learn more about business, healthcare, teaching, and STEM programs starting soon. Concordia University, live uncommon. On Deck Show built by Menards continues from Wrigley Field, game number 2 of this doubleheader. Brewers and Chicago Cubs. Jeff Levering joined with the Major League Field Coordinator with the Brewers. It's Nestor Corredor. And Nestor, you're a guy that not a lot of people get an opportunity to get to know. And when they hear the term Major League Field Coordinator, what all does that entail? I know it's not just one thing, but how many things do you have responsibility over in a given day?
Well, thanks for the opportunity. Basically, field coordinator, my job is to make coaches and managers' life easier, and I make sure to put the players in the best conditions, times, schedule possible to be successful on the field.
That's it. That's all. You're managing schedules. You're managing, but you do so much other stuff. You're a big part of what the catchers are doing. You're part of the big pitching plan too. So there's so much more that you have your hands on instead of just schedules.
Yeah, I just saying the easy way to say it. But obviously behind doors, it's a great job to deal with William Contreras every day. Now Danny Jensen, and you mentioned that the game plan, be close to the pitching coaches.
Back on Brewers Radio Network.
Hi, John McGivern here. Did you know Network Health has been a leader in providing health plans in Wisconsin for over 41 years? A lot has changed in the last 4 decades, and Network Health remains as dependable and reliable as ever, providing health plans in 25 Wisconsin counties to over 126,000 members and growing. Join them. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well, born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Who handles the service and maintenance for your facility? Is it a Steamfitters Local 601 HVAC professional? If not, you might not be getting the best service. Our HVAC professionals undergo 10,000 hours of rigorous training, 1,200 hours in the classroom, and 9,300 hours of hands-on experience. That's the kind of expertise you can count on. For superior service and cost-effective solutions, partner with the best. Visit steam601.org to view our list of signatory contractors. Steamfitters Local 601, keepers of the craft, powering Wisconsin.
Imagine summer in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, right on the Mississippi River. It's a perfect spot for boating, fishing, and fun. Surrounded by scenic bluffs and some of the best hiking and camping around, there's so much to explore. You can experience Prairie du Chien's fascinating history and unwind with live music events that fit the vibe you're looking for. Some great places to grab some food and drink too. Relax and have a good time. Book your place to stay and discover more at prairieduchien.org.
Sit back, relax, and catch a home run or two.
Way gone! Bye-bye baseball!
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On Deck Show, built by Menards continues. We've got a stand-in today for our manager show for Pat Murphy, giving him the day off. We've got Mr. Corridor with us, the Major League Field coordinator with the Brewers, and you talk about working with these catchers. You've worked with a number of them, guys that have had reputations that haven't been, so to speak, good defensive catchers, and you guys have turned them into outstanding defensive catchers. What is it about this organization that teaches the catching position?
Well, it's no secret that this organization believes on pitching and defense. So behind a good pitcher, we need a good catcher, like not just in framing. We try to build a complete catcher, like framing, blocking, throwing, and also calling game became a more value. So basically, we're proud of if we're going to put a good pitcher on the mound, we need to get a good catcher, and we prepare the catcher the best way we can.
One last thing for you, and on a personal note, this year you became a U.S. citizen. It's such a big deal, and baseball gave you that opportunity to do that. What does it mean to you to now be a U.S. citizen?
Well, great, because it's no secret for us coming from Latin America. We came to this country to follow a dream. I didn't get the opportunity to get my dream became true as a player, but I did it as a coach. And now after 20 years in this country, and everything I have is thanks to this country. So became a USA citizen is another step that give me, trying to get back to this country, all they give it to me. So basically for me it's a proud. I'm never going to forget Venezuela, but now USA became more important now because my family's here, my kids going to college, my other ones going to school. So it's everything my life changed since I moved to USA, and now that I'm officially American, that's changed a lot since from me and my family.
Oh, we're proud of you. We're proud of you, the work that you do. We're proud of you being a U.S. citizens now. So we appreciate you, Nestor, and go get him today in Game 2.
No, thanks for the opportunity again, and go get another win for the Brewers.
That's right. We got Brandon Woodruff against Jameson Tyone first pitch coming up right down the road on the Brewers Radio Network.
At Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better we feel. That's why our menu features something for everyone, like our Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese, all paired with your favorite sub, or our subs in a bowl. And don't forget our kids' meals, now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus,
Brewers Live on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by The Chocolate Factory. Online ordering and curbside service available on our website.
All right, you know you're at Wrigley when you see the trains going to the ballpark. Brewers and Cubs playing tonight from Wrigley. Tonight's pitching matchup, Brandon Woodruff, Jameson Taillon. The Brewers have won all 7 of Woody's starts this season, while Taillon returns from the IL tonight for the first start since June 29th. He was out with a right calf strain. Brewers beat him right before his injury in June, and so they've had some mixed results in 2 outings against him here on the season. But where did he go wrong against the Brew Crew at Wrigley?
Well, I mean, he was really actually struggled the last 3 starts in the big leagues. Gave up 15 earned runs and just 12 2/3 in those 3 starts. That's all he covers, 12 2/3. But against the Crew on that 19th of June, gave up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 homers. You saw one from Reese. You saw one right there from Durbin. He only had 2 strikeouts. They were aggressive early in the count and battled late in the count with 2 strikes. That sound familiar? That's been the Brewers' approach essentially ever since they started raking and have the most runs per game as an offense in baseball. And there he is warming up. And let's see what the Brewers have in store for him. He was stretched out to 81 pitches his last rehab start coming off that strained calf. So let's see how deep he goes. But, yeah, this is an opportunity for the Brewers to take advantage of a guy that they've had success against in the past.
Yeah, if they can put pressure on like we've seen in each game so far, one big inning where they've put together 25, 30 pitches force, that would be a huge for sure. So Woody now making his 8th start for the Brew Crew on the season here for tonight. He's been really nearly flawless. He says he loves pitching at Wrigley Field. He just likes the dimensions and the sight lines. Last time out, he won 100,000 burgers for the Brewer fans, Ben, and he looked really good.
That's right, yeah, the 12th win of the season. Brandon Woodruff was on the mound, and he did look good, although it was a planned shortened start for Brandon Woodruff, just 65 pitches in that one against the Pirates. Went 4 innings, gave up just 4 hits, no earned runs, 4 punch-outs, and 2 walks. And so, yeah, hitters are just 2 for 16 against him with runners in scoring position. He's making big pitches, obviously, when they matter the most. And hitters are he's given up 1 hit on the changeup. The changeup has been an absolute game changer for Brandon Woodruff now that he doesn't have the big velocity anymore, but he does have it when he needs it, right? With those runners in scoring position. We've seen him reach back for 95, 96. Big start for Big Woo. Let's see what he's got for the Cubs. We all know that he knows how big this rivalry is.
And there's Pat Murphy and Digger Phelps. Boy, Digger doesn't look the same unless he's in a suit with his highlighter that matches the tie. But, of course, he's retired from calling college basketball games and is a big Cubs fan. And, of course, Murph, the former Notre Dame baseball coach. So they've got some ties to be sure. And they look like they've had a chance to talk a few times during their day for sure.
Friends, yeah.
Indeed. All right, the celebration of Bob Uecker is coming up this Sunday at American Family Field. And the Brewers, with this game being sold out, encourage you to be in your seats if you are going to the game. No later than 12:30. The program on the field starts at that point. Our coverage on FanDuel Sports Network begins at noon. So we will have everything fully covered here. But if you have tickets to that one, you're highly encouraged to get to the ballpark way early and be in your seats at 12:15 for this very special program. All right, we've got lineups here for Game 2 on the way, getting closer to first pitch. The Brew Crew, the Cubs at Wrigley, prime time.
I'm Vince Petrano.
Brewers Live at FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. By Wendy's. Wendy's Rewards. One app, all the Wendy's. Download it today. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.
All right, back in Chicago, Game 3 of this long 5-game series won't conclude until Thursday afternoon is over. And let's take a look at the Cubs lineup here for tonight. Michael Busch will lead things off. Then it's Ian Happ. Happ has 3 home runs in his career against Woody. And then Seiya Suzuki, 5 for 8 against the Big Woo. No Kyle Tucker for the second straight game as his struggles have earned him a reset by Craig Counsell. Just an enormous move for the Chicago Cub organization to keep their best player out of this huge series here. It'll be interesting to see if he comes back. Brewers lineup looks very much the same as it did from Game 1. William Contreras moves from the plate to behind the dish. Danny Jansen is going to be catching for Milwaukee here in this one. And Brewers got to regroup a little bit here. They needed a clutch hit or two, maybe to pull out Game 1. It just didn't happen for them. But Christian Yelich, 345 and 2 home runs against Jameson Taillon in his career. There's Christian Yelich right there. And he had, of course, that big home run, big month of August for him so far, batting .333. He had a home run, as I mentioned, in Game 1. And look at him, already dialed in, Vin, just like he did in Game 1 to get the Brewers on the board after trailing 5-0.
Yeah, and this was a home run off of Matthew Boyd. Just the first home run that Matthew Boyd has given up to a left-handed hitter. That was on a hanging breaking ball. You do not want to throw that pitch to Christian Yelich like that. He is so locked in with the ability to go to the opposite field with a fastball, and then that keeps him on breaking balls just like that so you can go pull side. This is what Christian Yelich has been doing. And look, that was actually just his first hit in the last 4 games as well. So he was raking against the Pirates and the Reds, and then that last couple of games against the Reds, and then the first 2 here against the Cubs. Not that he's struggling. He's still hitting the ball hard, still having quality at-bats, but that's the key, to continue to have those quality at-bats, and the results will come. We see him just raking in August with .333 average.
Brewers looking for their 80th win tonight of the season in Game 126. That would shatter a franchise record set back in 2021 when it took that team 132 games to get to their 80th win. They are just continuing to climb the win charts here right now. You got Yelich doing his thing. You got Sal Frelick, 7 at-bats in this series. He's got 4 hits, couple of RBIs, drawn 3 walks.
Right. 10 plate appearances. He's been on base 7 times. I mean, that's just crazy what Sal Frelick has been able to do. And I've talked about it in the last couple of pregame shows that this guy's not even fully healthy. He's still got that banged-up knee a little bit. I still think there's some residual effects from the hamstring as well, because you don't see him running all that well, but he's protecting that leg, and hopefully he just continues to stay in the lineup, because the way that he is swinging the bat, he is a game changer for this lineup. The fact that you can't key on one single guy, and Sal Frelick, you make mistakes to him right now, and to Bryce and other guys in this lineup, but Sal Frelick certainly, he is going to do damage. He's going to barrel a ball up like he showed so far in the first 2 games of this series.
Sal's so important. He's like the big automobile. You just got to put him in a different gear here right now and still let him ride down that road. So he's been instrumental, especially at the top of the lineup for this Brewer offense. We're mixing and matching. We've got friends and foes throughout this series. What a fun one it's been here. Let's see if the Brew Crew can take advantage and get tonight's game. Brian Anderson, Tim Dillard, Sophia Minard. We'll meet you on the other side.
Get any
Sports Network, the home of the Brewers and Bucks.
Nightcap of a doubleheader in Game 3 of this 5-game series. It's the Brew Crew, team with the best record in Major League Baseball.
Health, Construction Business Group, Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Woodman's Food Markets, Pomps Tire, West Bend Insurance, a Silver Lining, U.S. Cellular, Built for Us, Carbliss, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail, Island Resort and Casino, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Cousins Subs, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, and the Wisconsin Dental Association. Brewers and Cubs, third game of the series, second game of the day. We'll have the first pitch for you when we come back on the Brewers Radio Network.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at Carrier Milwaukee.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf and Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Get away with huge savings at Hyundai West Allis during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, where you can make your best deal and save an additional $500 on a new Hyundai, or get 0% for 60 months and make no payments for 90 days on a new Palisade or Santa Fe. Get Hyundai Assurance and America's Best Warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty from Hyundai West Allis, a member of the International Autos Group. Visit HyundaiWestAllis.com today. Financing with approved credit, $1,667 for every $1,000 financed with $0 down. Offers cannot be combined. Hence 9/2/2025.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Strike out dirt and grime at Tsunami Express Car Wash. Members save money with unlimited washes, skip the line in a fast line, and enjoy free vacuums. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat.
Back with you from Wrigley Field as we wrap up the On Deck Show. Bill Prime and Arch. Brewers and Cubs getting set for the second game of this doubleheader here today and the third game of this series. The season series tied at 5 games apiece. So essentially you have a 3-game series left tonight, tomorrow night, Thursday afternoon. Whoever gets 2 out of 3 wins the season series as well, which is no small deal. It gives you an extra game in the standings, essentially, with that tiebreaker. Let's drive around the league. It's presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. Nets lead the Nationals 6-0 in DC. That game's in the top of the 6th. Cardinals 4-2 lead in Miami in the top of the 5th. We're ready for play-by-play. Here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks so much, Lane. And a reminder that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. That message also brought to you by your friends at the Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today at Boucher.com. Jameson Tyone's first pitch of the game to Sal Frelick is high and outside, and off we go from Wrigley. First pitch brought to you by Carbliss, premium cocktails in a can. 1-0 coming back from Jameson Tyone. That is a strike. And it's 1-1 on Sal Frelick. Stop at your local grocer and stock up for the game or for your next tailgate. Carbliss lists more. 1-1 to Frelick. Catches the outside corner barely with a curveball. And the count is 1-2. Frelick 2 for 4 in game 1 of the doubleheader today. Had a couple of runs batted in. Tyone fires on 1-2. And it's a called third strike with a curveball. So Frelick rung up, never got the bat off his shoulder. 1 up and 1 down for Caleb Durbin. 73 degrees at our first pitch. It was 73 degrees at 1:20 at our first pitch for game number 1, so it hasn't changed one iota temperature-wise. Caleb Durbin at the plate and takes strike 1 at the knees. Jamison Tyone, strike thrower, has been on the injured list since the 29th of June. Right calf injury. The 0-1. Hit towards the middle. Swanson fields behind the bag, throws on the run to first in time to get Durbin. 6-3 ground out. Nifty play made by the former Gold Glover, Dansby Swanson. 2 quick outs for Jamison Tyone. And the number 3 hitter is the DH, William Contreras. Quick trip around the bases is presented this month by Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks. Tonight's contestant in the quick trip around the bases contest is Tyler Kamholtz from Appleton. First one to Contreras. Popped up foul and out of play. It's 0-1. Brewers score in the first inning tonight. Tyler will win a $100 quick trip gift card, compliments of Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks and Quick Trip. 0-1 to Contreras is a ball off the outside corner. Defensively behind Tyone, Happ, Crow, Armstrong, and Casey. Left around in the outfield, same as game 1. Shaw, Swanson, Horner, and Bush. Third to first on the infield. 1-1 to Contreras. A swing and a miss. And a breaking ball from Tyone, 1-2. Carson Kelly does the catching. He caught the opener of the series yesterday afternoon. 1-2 coming back to William Contreras. And missed down and away. Again with a breaking ball, 2-2 on Contreras. 2-2 pitch. Missed away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Christian Yelich on deck. Crowd still filing in. Payoff to Contreras. Lined into center field for a base hit. So Contreras with a 2-out single sets the stage for Yelich, today's cleanup hitter. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family. Located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. Second hit of the series for William Contreras. Hit into a game-ending double play earlier this afternoon. Yelich homered in game 1 of this doubleheader and takes low from Jamison Tyone. Yelich has had good success against Jamison Tyone in the past. Overall, a .265, 26 homers, 87 driven in. Pitch to Yelich. Down and in, knocked down by Carson Kelly. Yelich hit a curveball from Matthew Boyd to right field for his 26th home run of the season. In game 2 of the series, game 1 of the doubleheader. Brewers playing 5 games in 4 days against these Cubs. 2-0. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Andrew Vaughn is on deck. It was the Cubs that struck first in the bottom of the first inning earlier today, thanks to an error by Vaughn. That proved to be the difference in the game. 3-0 pitch to Yelich. Green light, and he fouled it away up onto the rooftop and out onto Addison. 3-1 on Yelich. He doesn't swing often on 3-0, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. Top of the zone. Short lead for Contreras at first. 3-1 pitch to Yelich. And it's outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Yelich, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Ortho, ASAP walk right in there is a difference. 2 on with 2 out for Vaughn. Got the first 2 outs very quickly to Jamison Tyone. However, Contreras took it the distance, and then Yelich walked on 5 pitches. Vaughn 1 for 3 with a double in game 1, 2 for 7 overall in the series. Pitch to Vaughn. Jammed, first base side, foul territory, and into the Brewers dugout for a foul ball. 0-1 the count on Andrew Vaughn. Overall, 14 home runs, 9 of those coming as a Brewer. He's driven in 35 wearing a Brewers uniform. Just over a month time. 0-1 pitch. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trying to get Brandon Woodruff an early lead with which to work. Tyone starting a big league game for the first time in 6 weeks. 1-1 coming. Fouled back, and Vaughn had a monster cut at that pitch. Belt high down the middle at 92 from Tyone.
How about this stat last night? Bob Nightingale had this. I actually reposted it. In Vaughn's final 118 games of the White Sox, they went 29-89. The Brewers have won 29 games since Vaughn joined the Brewers.
That's a great stat. A lot of success here. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. And this stretch since July the 6th, and you go back to the day that Brandon Woodruff came off the injured list, Vaughn joined the team the next day. The Brewers are 30-6 since Woodruff came back from the injured list. 1-2 pitch. Vaughn took it low. 2 balls and 2 strikes, making Tyone work. This is a Brewers type of inning. 2 outs and then a base hit and a walk. See if Vaughn can take advantage. Tyone throws home. Lined into center, base hit. Contreras will score. Yelich stops at second. It's 1-0 Brewers on the RBI hit by Andrew Vaughn. All the damage with 2 outs, and Vaughn delivers in the clutch. Breaking ball down and away, and Vaughn stayed on it nicely and hit a clean single back up the middle. And Tommy Hotovy, 5 batters into the game, is out to chat with Jamison Tyone.
Now, this is going to be a lengthy inning for him. He's thrown 23 pitches. This is his first start off the injured list. We told you they'd stretched him out a little bit in the minors during his rehab stint, but this is not a great start for Tyone.
And this Cubs bullpen is taxed. The Cubs went for it in game 1. The Brewers started coming back, and as soon as they pulled Boyd in the 6th inning, game was on for the Cubs to try and hang on and win that one, and they did, 6-4. But they're running out of ammo in that bullpen. Trip to the mound presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a game day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. Here's Collins, 2 on, 2 away. The pitch is a strike with a curveball. It's 0-1. 3 straight 2-out base runners against Jamison Tyone. Yelich looking runnerish at second. The pitch home. Collins took high. 1 ball, 1 strike. We have a winner in our quick trip around the bases. Tyler Kamholtz from Appleton. Brewers got a run in this first inning. Congrats to Tyler. $100 quick trip gift card. Compliments of Old Wisconsin snack sticks and quick trip. 1-1 to Collins. High. 2 balls and 1 strike. And if you're looking for a quick out, Collins is not your guy at the plate. He is a grinder of ABs. Was 0 for 3 with a walk in game 1 of the doubleheader. 2-1 pitch. Collins took a strike. Curveball, inner third. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Isaac Collins. Yelich and Vaughn, your base runners at second and first, respectively. Wind blowing in from center. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, picked up by Kelly. That was a great scoop by Carson Kelly to save 90 feet from both runners. Ball bounced in front of home plate, and rather than block it, traditionally, moved the backhanded scoop like a first baseman. That's how catchers are doing it these days. Bryce Trang waiting. This is the 29th pitch of the inning from Jamison Tyone. Here it is. Swing and a foul just below us. We'll see a 30th pitch from Jamison Tyone, and this is not what Craig Counsell and Tommy Hotovy wanted to see. Remember, he got the first 2 outs very, very quickly. Grand total of 6 pitches. 3-2 pitch. Runners go, and a swing and a miss. Collins strikes out, but he takes a bite out of the pitch count from Jamison Tyone. The Brewers get a run on the RBI single from Andrew Vaughn. Brandon Woodruff toes the slab when we come back. 1-0 Milwaukee after half an inning on the Brewers Radio Network. Pris Family Insurance.
What's on tap with Sandy Max?
I have found Hamburger Man himself.
I'm Hamburger Man!
Keeping you updated on culture and creativity.
I knew they were going to do it. I knew they were going to seal the deal, and they did it.
So I take it you are fully enthused about this George Webb tradition.
Absolutely! I want it now. I want my burger now. I want it right now.
What's on tap with Sandy Max? Weeknights at 6 on WTMJ.
Burgers!
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
The first inning is brought to you by Lakeland University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Bottom half of inning number 1 after a 30-pitch first inning from Jamison Tyone. Brandon Woodruff gets ready to work against Michael Bush. First pitch at the bottom of the first is up and away, ball 1. Be interesting to track the velocity for Brandon Woodruff today. Worked on a normal starter's rest, just 4 days rest his last time, and threw just 65 pitches. Velocity never got above 93 that day. 1-0 to Bush is a ball high at 92. 2 balls, no strikes on Bush. 1 out of 7 so far in the series for the leadoff man for the Cubs. Wind up and 2-0 coming to Bush. High, ball 3. Bush, 24 homers. He's driven in 68, hitting .258 on the season. Left-handed hitter playing at first base. Happ to follow, and then Suzuki. 3-0 pitch from Woodruff. And that's a strike. 3-0, almost automatic. Dan Merzel gave it to him. Bush almost tossed the bat to the side. Instead, Woodruff second life in the sequence. Jansen going away. 3-1 pitch to Bush. Check swing. He went around. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We got 3/4 of the way through. That pitch at 93 of the fastball from Woodruff. Nothing but heaters so far from Woodruff to Bush. Full count, nobody out. Woodruff winds and deals. And a foul back to the backstop, and got a piece of the home plate umpire, Merzel. Count stays full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't forget, Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Staring behind that black glove on the mound, the windup and 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. So Bush ends up working the leadoff walk, something very rare for Brandon Woodruff On the season, that's just his 9th walk in his 8th start. Didn't walk anybody in his first 3 starts. As Ian Happ digs in against Woodruff. Happ hitting from the left side. First pitch to him is a strike. Happ in his career against Woodruff, 8 for 34 with 3 home runs. He hasn't faced the Cubs since 2023. Pitch to Happ, fouled back, and it's a quick 0-2. That was the changeup. Expect a lot of changeups today, especially the left-handed batters. 4 lefties in the lineup for the Cubs. They loaded up with lefties in game 1 of the doubleheader. 6 of them against Chad Patrick. 0-2 to Happ. Grounded to first, off the glove of Vaughn, and past Terang into right. Bush stops at second base. It'll be first and second with nobody out. Vaughn looked like he had a play on it. Couldn't make that play. And Bryce Terang, who was right behind him because of Vaughn's deflection, unable to reverse course. Would have been an impossible play for Terang. But that's a play that Vaughn should make. A step onto the backhand for Vaughn. So a walk and a base hit. And now it's Seiya Suzuki, who career is 5 out of 8 with a home run against Woodruff. A 1-0 Brewers lead. Bottom of the first. Pitch to Suzuki. Strike 1. 94 on that fastball from Woodruff. Woodruff could use a ground ball right about now. The pitch, up and in, nearly hit him in the shoulder. 1 ball and 1 strike. Spun Suzuki around. Dan Merzel out from home plate. Takes some of the dirt off of the dish. And we'll get back to work. It's 1-1 on Suzuki. Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck. 1-1 coming. And it missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Deep and straight away in the outfield for Suzuki. Slight breeze blowing in. 2-1 from Woodruff. Fouled back. Suzuki did him a favor on a pitch up and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Going to be a good crowd tonight. More than likely sold out once all the dust settles and all the fans find their seats. At 33,000 for game 1. Woodruff ready on 2-2. Kicks and deals. Popped him up. Behind first. Terang, a long run. Vaughn's over there too. Vaughn couldn't make the play. That ball just kept on drifting. Vaughn was running backward for it. Got a glove on it. Couldn't hang on. I don't think Bryce Terang was going to be able to run it down from his position at second base. Vaughn had the best angle at it. Initially off the bat, I thought maybe an infield fly was going to be called. But then Vaughn and the wind pushing that ball further and further into foul territory, and Vaughn dropped it. He is not having a good first inning defensively.
No, and he's been so solid defensively over at first base since the Brewers brought him up.
So an extra pitch to Seiya Suzuki. Wind picks up. 2-2. Busted back ground ball, hit to third. They go to second 1. No throw to first. The barrel of the bat ends up in shallow left. So Durbin gets the middle runner Happ. Suzuki was hustling out of the box. It's a fielder's choice. But runners are on the corners for Pete Crow Armstrong. Boy, he blow up the bat of Seiya Suzuki. A sinker down and in. Durbin cut in front of the shortstop. Suzuki took some time getting out of the box, too. You wonder if the barrel of the bat slowed the progress of Durbin in pursuit of that ground ball. Runner at third is Bush. Suzuki at first. Pitch to Crow Armstrong. Popped up. Foul territory. And that is in the seats for a souvenir. 0-1 on Pete Crow Armstrong. They opened up the sequence with a changeup. Crow Armstrong had 2 hits earlier this afternoon, including a bloop double and a C&I single to right. Pitch home, foul back, and now the driver's seat is Brandon Woodruff's. He's gone back-to-back changeups to start the sequence with Crow Armstrong. 1-0 Brewers in the bottom of the first. Tyone threw 30 pitches in the top half of the inning. Woodruff about to throw number 19. 0-2 to Crow Armstrong. High, tried to get him to chase the fastball. 95 on the fastball. And good to see that velocity from Woody. There is a lot of chase in that bat from Pete Crow Armstrong. And pitch for a pop-up or a strikeout. 1-2 coming. Lined foul. Fastball on the outside corner that Armstrong covered. Very deep in the outfield for Crow Armstrong. 27 homers, driven in 79. He's been quiet offensively, hitting below 200 in the month of August. Going in on him. Woodruff's 1-2. Struck him out with a fastball. Went to the high, hard one, and PCA chased it. First strikeout of the game for Brandon Woodruff, and he can navigate his way through it if he can get Carson Kelly. First ortho ASAP strikeout for Brandon Woodruff. Nice to know that when you need 95 or 96, it's available. And for Woodruff, he reached back for a little extra and put it in the perfect spot.
This is the best his velo has been in any of his 8 starts in the first inning. We've seen some 94s and 95s and occasional 96 as the game goes along, but he's popped multiple 94 plus here in this first inning.
After the first 2 reached, he's digging deeper. Got the fielder's choice from Suzuki, the strikeout of Armstrong. Still got to get Kelly. 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk. First and third for the Cubs, I should say. And the pitch. Kelly takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Danny Jansen catching Brandon Woodruff for the first time. These are the situations the Cubs have struggled mightily in, hitting with runners in scoring position for the last month. 1-0. Kelly takes a strike. 94 on the corner at the knees. Bush, the runner at third. Suzuki, the runner at first. Bush getting whatever he wants over at third base. And a toss to first. Suzuki is back. Suzuki, 3 stolen bases. He's been caught twice. If you're not paying attention to him, he'll take a bag on you. Ball and a strike on Carson Kelly, opening inning. Brewers leading at 1-0 on a 2-out RBI single from Andrew Vaughn. Woodruff trying to pitch around the first 2 batters, reaching safely in this inning. 1-1 pitch to Kelly. Swing and a foul held on to by Jansen. It's 1-2. Climbing the ladder on that fastball up and in. 24 pitches in this first frame from Brandon Woodruff. He's ahead, a ball and 2 strikes on the catcher, Carson Kelly, number 5 hitter for the Cubs. Hands held low. Woodruff at the belt. Kicks and deals. Strike 3 called. Fastball in the outside corner at 95, and Woodruff puts up a 0 in the bottom of the first. Pair of Ks ends it. The Brewers look to add on as we go to the second. 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
There's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off the first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
Be first in line for 2026 Brewers season tickets with a $100 deposit. You'll be the first to secure the best seats in the house at the best rates of the season. Plus, get a 2025 regular season Brewers game for free. Learn more at brewers.com/season tickets.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Nursing students often endure long wait lists, but Concordia University, Wisconsin ensures entry into their nursing program upon acceptance. Broad exposure prepares CUW students for diverse nursing specialties with hands-on clinical experience in hospitals and other healthcare settings, leading to high job placement rates for graduates. CUW provides a faith-based education with a focus on holistic care. Graduates are prepared to address patients' physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. Your journey awaits at cuw.edu/bucks.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
Bryce Terang leads it off against Jamison Tyone in the second. Brandon Woodruff digging deep and getting out of a jam in the first. Stranding a pair of Cubs. Terang waits. First one from Tyone, up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. A 30-pitch first inning for Jamison Tyone. 25 for Brandon Woodruff on the other side. The 1-0. Terang takes a strike. 1-1. Terang 1 for 4 with an RBI in game 1 of the doubleheader. He's 3 out of 9. A homer and 3 RBIs in the series. 1-1 to Bryce. Popped him up, foul, and into the seats. 1-2. Don't forget this weekend, special collectible. The Brewers are giving away 25,000 Bob Uecker golf umbrellas. The game on Saturday. Plaid design, Ueck signature. Get your seats, brewers.com. Terang takes inside with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Most of the tickets for this weekend's games against the Giants are sold out, especially Sunday. Encourage everybody to get there early. 2-2 pitch. Terang hits it in the air to center. Crow Armstrong saunters back and makes the catch. 1 away in the second inning. Lots of celebrating the life and legacy of Bob Uecker. Bob Costas will be in town and emceeing a pregame ceremony on the field. And celebrating the life of his friend. It will be quite the happening. Lots of great stuff and things to see memorabilia-wise. As the pitch to Jansen is a strike. There will be new items in the retail shop that are available and proceeds going to Ueck's favorite charities. Make sure you get there early. A 1 pitch. Jansen, a drive into the gap in left center field. It's down, headed towards the ivy. Jansen hustling his way into second base. The throw from Happ all the way through, but Jansen's got a double with a 1 away in the second. $75 for the MAC Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. Another man in scoring position against Jamison Tyone. Joey Ortiz, number 9 hitter, with an RBI chance. Surprise, surprise, he's hitting with a man in scoring position. Second most at-bats with a man in scoring position on the team behind Christian Yelich. That's usually out of the number 9 spot. Ortiz takes a strike. It means the guys in front of him are getting on.
Yeah, Yelly usually hitting 3 or 4. You get that, right? Mm-hmm. But that shows you, especially in this last 2-month stretch, the bottom of the order has done such a good job setting the table.
Ortiz takes down and away with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was always the key to last year's team, was the bottom part of the order. And then once the bottom part of the order got itself figured out around the midpoint, the month of May, that's when this offense really started to take off. 1-1. Ortiz took a strike. Another breaking ball at the knees. 1-2. Remember Ortiz, a month ago, 2 months ago, was hitting way below 200. It's a 232. And he fouls the pitch back. Fastball up around his shoulder blades. 1-2 on Ortiz. No matter what he has done offensively, Ortiz has not wavered defensively one bit.
And Pat Murphy was asked about that this morning. He said that's the thing that stands out to me is that the defense has been excellent regardless of what he's doing at the plate.
1-2 coming. Chopper to third. That's a foul ball.
It is not easy to separate those two things.
That's what makes DHing really hard. And it took Christian Yelich some time to figure out what that routine would be like, because you have that outlet as a position player to go play the outfield or go play shortstop or whatever it may be, to flush that last at-bat and focus on something else. As DH, you're essentially pinch hitting 4 or 5 times a night. And you wear every single pitch, you wear every single at-bat. And it takes some serious mental fortitude to do that. Yelich tonight playing in left field. Played left yesterday to allow Contreras to DH. Might see that a bit more moving forward. We'll see. Keep Contreras' legs fresh as time was called. Ortiz still trying to get his wind after running up the first baseline. 1-2. Tyone throws to the plate. It's low and in the dirt, knocked down by Carson Kelly. 1-out double by Danny Jansen. The Brewers leading at 1-0 in the top of the second from Wrigley Field. Game 3 of the series. Still got 2 more. Night game tomorrow, day game on Thursday. And Carson Kelly's having a communications issue with Jamison Tyone, apparently. So Kelly's going to go out and chat with Jamison Tyone as a new communications device is hustled out to Jamison Tyone. Takes it out of the flap of his cap, puts it up to his ear. Can you hear the signal? Can you hear that? Yep, I can hear it. Okay, we'll put it inside the flap again. I bet you they charge those things in between games, right?
Yeah, I would think so. How far do you think we are from just having a chip inserted?
Probably not that far.
Right.
Into the caps?
Maybe.
Where's the chip? In your ear?
Maybe.
And Craig Counsell is calling timeout and wants to chat with Dan Merzell. I believe this is a mound visit argument, because I believe they charged Carson Kelly with a mound visit or a potential disengagement. So Craig Counsell is arguing that he should not be penalized for a communications issue.
Yeah, I think he said a couple times he stepped off, and I can't differentiate at that point. So I think the process of how they asked for this non-mound visit in their minds is part of the issue. It's like parliamentary procedure.
You're just trying to get on the right page because you don't want to step off just in case. They did charge him with a mound visit. You don't want to step off and have it become a disengagement and then you balk the runner over to third with less than 2 outs. That's a big deal. But now they only have 2 mound visits left. And we're only in the second inning. So it's 2-2 on Joey Ortiz after all that. And he takes low the breaking ball. It's 3-2. Got a short start in game 1 from Cade Horton, with just 2 2/3 left after a blister. Bullpen is getting slightly thin for the old Cubs. 3-2 to Ortiz. Fouled it away, and a good pitch to hit, just missed it. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat between Tyone and Ortiz. And remember, the count started at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ortiz waits on a 3-2. Jansen, the runner at second. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Couldn't pull the trigger after all that. A fastball down the middle about thigh high. And Tyone strikes out Ortiz. Second strikeout for Jamison Tyone. And Sal Frelick, who struck out looking to open up the game, is the hitter. Saw all those sweepers and figured he might see one more and didn't. Pitch to Frelick. Ground ball, scooped up by Bush. Race to the bag. Nobody's there. Frelick is safe. Bush looked like he was going to try and beat Frelick to the base. Instead, he realized he wasn't going to win the race, and Tyone was late covering the bag. So Sal Frelick is going to pick up a single on the infield. Jansen ends up at third base. The play by Bush, he saved a run initially, and then realized, I'm not going to beat Sal to the bag. So he flipped, and it was late. That is a terrible feeling to have as a first baseman, as Durbin is going to hit now after the infield hit by Sal Frelick. A nifty pickup on the backhand by Bush initially to save a run. Jansen would have scored. See if the Brewers and Caleb Durbin can cash in. 2 outs, and the pitch to Durbin is a strike. Call August and September the dog days for me. Summer dog days, summer brat days, Pine River cheese spread days, port wine, maple bacon, whatever you like. Just make sure you top it off with Cedar Crest ice cream. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to second base. Nico Horner throws on to first, and Tyone, after all that, escapes the jam. Brewers had runners on the corners and leave them there. But for more, Brandon Woodruff. 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 5th.
Trio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Atlanta Braves.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Palo Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in August 5th at 6:15 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
The sound of baseball. Statewide.
It is up, it is good!
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
6, 7, and 8 scheduled for the Cubs. Bottom half of inning number 2. Horner, Casey, and Swanson. 1-0 Brewers as Brandon Woodruff gets back to work. First one to Horner. Up and in, straightens up those arms. Horner did not play in game 1 of the doubleheader. Started at shortstop yesterday, and Horner went 0 for 3. 1-0 pitch is a strike. Had the at-bat of the day against Freddie Peralta in the 4th inning. He had walked 3 in a row, and then Owen Casey struck out. Horner came up and lined to right. 1-1. Misses low, went breaking ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Freddie Peralta doesn't get Casey and or Horner. You wonder what game 1 would have looked like. Brewers went on to win at 7-0. 2-1 pitch. Up and in. 3-1. Remember, Woodruff walked the leadoff man to start the bottom of the 1st inning. That was Michael Bush. 3-1 pitch, and Horner took a strike. Tough guy to strike out, puts the bat on the ball. He's got good speed, and Horner will use his timeout. He has struggled against Brandon Woodruff over the course of his career, though. Horner lifetime, 2 out of 18 against Woodruff. Different version, Brandon Woodruff now, though. 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. Didn't miss by much, but Horner draws a walk, and the leadoff man is on again. 22 stolen bases, 2 for Horner, so you deal with his speed. And Owen Casey, who had a great first game of the doubleheader. 2 for 4, a homer, and a 2-run single. Drove in his first 3 runs. As a big leaguer, he's 3 for 12 in the big leagues. The pitch to Casey, fly ball foul left side. Big boy, 6'4", 220. Pat Murphy was joking in his post-game press conference, said he was 6'12". Going away, Jansen setting up way outside. Pitch to him is low. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So Murph's got the blue hair kid with the big feet, and now the kid that's 6'12", all on the Cubs.
1-1, runner takes off. It's down and in. Jansen's throw to second base, and Ortiz couldn't catch it. Stolen base for Nico Horner. Jansen had a good throw. If Ortiz catches it, it might be a close play, but Horner had a huge jump. 23rd stolen base for Nico Horner. Tough pitch to throw on. Jansen was setting up away, and it tailed over the inner part of the plate. No catch, not consequential. 2-1. Casey pops it up, third base side. Will the wind keep it in play? Durbin lost it, and he hits the wall. It was out of play anyway. But Durbin smashed his hip up against the sidewall. It's twilight time, and these lights here at Wrigley are not the best. The ball that gets popped up, you can lose it pretty easily. He did lose that one, and then once he found it again, got a hip check from the front of the camera well. And that wind is whistling in from center field. 2-2 on Owen Casey, the pitch. Check swing, foul. Ends up at the feet of Dansby Swanson. So we'll go again. Runner at second base, nobody out. Woodruff looking around, and now is 2-2 to Casey. Fouled away. He's getting to that fastball. That pitch was down the middle, but elevated about belt high. Two and two on Owen Casey. The pitch just missed, and I don't know where. Pat Murphy shaking his head. And it wasn't high, and it certainly wasn't wide. That got a lot of the corner. Missed one there, Dan Merzell. 3-2. See where they go on Owen Casey. There is a base open. The pitch. Blooper into shallow left. It's down a base hit. Yelich is on it. They'll send Quentin Berry. Here's the throw to second. And because of the missed call, the Cubs tie the game 1 apiece. Yelich, no chance for him to throw out Nico Horner. Horner had a great read on it. A walk, a stolen base, and a bleeder into shallow left. And Casey has his 4th RBI of the day. Brand new game, 1-1. Here's Dansby Swanson. Still nobody out. Casey's got a big lead. Held on by Vaughn. Pitch to Swanson. Chopper foul. And it's 0-1 on Dansby Swanson. So we got a ball game again. Brandon Woodruff at 40 pitches. Remember, he threw 25 in the first inning. 15 so far in the bottom of the second. Neither pitcher has been what you would say economical. 0-1 coming. Missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And mostly fastballs and changeups for Brandon Woodruff. He's not thrown much off speed stuff. He's thrown 1 curveball. 1-1 to Swanson. Swing and a miss. There was a changeup, and Swanson was way out in front. He's thrown the changeup now 8 times. 7 of those have been strikes. That was his first whiff on the changeup. And just his 3rd swing and a miss overall. 1-2 on Swanson. Still nobody out. A runner at first base in a 1-1 game. The pitch. Popped up foul. Do it again. Number 9 hitter Matt Shaw on deck. The pitch home. Swing and a miss. He chased the changeup. That's strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Brandon Woodruff. Another ortho ASAP strikeout for Big Woo. And now it's Shaw. The changeup is really, really good. Comes out of the same window, the same arm path as the fastball. They look exactly the same until they get to the plate. Shaw waiting, and the pitch from Woodruff is a ball just slightly high. Woodruff has not liked the strike zone from Dan Merzel so far and appeared to have caught the upper portion of the strike zone. Casey extends his lead by half a step. 1-0 pitch. Shaw takes low. It was a ball low. 2 balls, no strikes. A reminder from your friends at Schneider and their professional truck drivers, always keep a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. Sound advice. 2-0 on Matt Shaw. The pitch is a strike. That one caught the top of the strike zone apparently. Same exact spot as the first pitch of the at-bat and didn't get it. It's only the 2nd inning, but we may be getting close to flip a coin territory. 2-1 to Shaw. Swing and a miss. Turned over the changeup. That's nasty. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That pitch has become devastating.
The Brewers have taught some serious changeups in the past, and Woodruff went to school. 2-2 to Shaw. Jammed foul, went back to the fastball in the upper portion of the strike zone at 95. Stays 2-2. Brewers got a run in the first, a 2-out RBI single by Andrew Vaughn. Had a 1-out double by Danny Jansen in the second. Stranded runners on the corners. Cubs stranded runners on the corners in the first inning. Scored in the second. Base hit by Casey. 2-2 on Matt Shaw, number 9 hitter, the pitch. Missed up and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if they send Casey. Shaw's 1 for 6 in the series. 50 pitches on the nose for Brandon Woodruff. Only got 1 out in the second. Not going to be a long start for Woody. 3-2. Casey stays put. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball right center. Collins is there and makes the catch. Collins in right field. Sal Frelick is the center fielder today. So Shaw flies innocently to right. And the leadoff man, Michael Bush, is coming up. You can put a stamp on summer. Join the Brewers on Labor Day, September the 1st. $1 hot dog day. Watch the Brewers take on the Phillies, cap off a long weekend, and enjoy dollar dogs all game long. Get your seats, brewers.com/tickets. And Brandon Woodruff, I believe, being warned to not get set too quickly by Dan Merzel. Michael Bush did not have his eyes engaged with Woodruff as he was coming set. Next one will be a automatic ball. Pitch to Bush. Swing and a miss. Tried to change up and got Bush to whiff. It's 0-1. Lineup has already turned over for both teams. We're in the second inning. Woodruff's 0-1. Bush hits it down the right field line into the corner. Collins has it up the sidewall. Casey is going to be sent around third. Collins has it. It's into Terang's hands. The throw home is going to be late. An RBI triple for Michael Busch. It hit off the sidewall, and because of that, Collins had to reverse course. It's a 2-out RBI hit by Michael Busch. Busch will be credited with a triple. And Chris Hook is on his way out to go chat with Brandon Woodruff. Pitch was a fastball, and it was right down the middle. It could not have been more right down the middle. Got it by Vaughn, and as soon as it hit the sidewall, that told Quentin Berry, the third base coach, to send Casey, and he was safe by a good margin. Trip to the Mound presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook Game Day Shuttle. Make any purchase in the Sportsbook or a Game Day Sports Bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. So it's 2-1 Chicago. They've scored twice in this bottom of the second inning, and now you're in a territory about thinking bullpen because Brandon Woodruff's at 53 pitches with 2 outs in the second inning.
Yeah, 28 pitch innings so far here in the second after a 25 pitch first.
Both in the first and the second innings, leadoff walks and putting Woodruff behind the 8 ball. Here's Happ, and he takes strike one. And Ian Happ looking right into the eyes of Dan Merzel says that was wide, and he was right. There have been some pitches that Woodruff didn't get, especially to Owen Casey earlier in the inning. Cost him a run. A 1 pitch, swing and a miss at the changeup again. It's 0-2 the count. Scoreboard's got it right. I was looking down at our TV monitor. Now it's right. It's 0-2. Going away. 0-2 coming back from Woodruff. Struck him out. Another changeup. And Woody strikes out Happ and ends the inning. But the Cubs score a couple of runs. We go to the third. Cubs leading at 2-1 on the Brewers Radio Network presented by American Family Insurance.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News is bringing you the latest headlines with John McCure.
The numbers are what the numbers are, and crime is at a 30-year low in Washington, D.C., but that doesn't necessarily mean the city is safe. How do we sort through that?
And diving into the details with Julia Fellow.
I was watching video of people on the streets, and people in the inner city of Washington, D.C. looked a little bit frightened.
Tune in to Wisconsin's Afternoon News, weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m., only here on WTMJ.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service.
It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey.
Riding with you every mile since 1977.
Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Third inning, 2-1, lot of action. Speaking of action, here's Lane Grindle with the play-by-play.
All right, thank you, Jeff. That's some pressure, but we'll see what happens. William Contreras leads off against Tyone. First pitch is high. It's 1-0. Contreras with a base hit against Tyone back in the first. Tyone has thrown a lot of pitches himself. He's hit 50 through the first 2 innings. And Contreras swings on it, fouls it back and out of play. It's 1-1. It's time for the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 3-bagger in the third contest. Our contestant is Deb Soliday from Wauwatosa. Deb will win a Potawatomi prize package if a member of the crew hits a triple this inning. Contreras a sharply hit ground ball to short. Gobbled up by Swanson. He'll throw it across to first in time to retire Contreras. There's one away. Visit WTMJ.com to enter and for official contest rules. That'll get Yelich to the plate. He walked back in the first. Brewers forced Tyon to throw 30 pitches in that first inning. They were able to push a run across against him. Got a couple of hits in the second inning, but couldn't produce any runs as Yelich lifts a fly ball to left in the tracks of Ian Happ. Comes in a couple of steps, makes the catch, and Tyon desperately needs a quick and efficient inning, and so far he's got one. Tyon has thrown just 4 pitches in this top of the third inning and recorded 2 outs, and here's Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn, an RBI single back in the first. Tyon's pitch, and Vaughn took a strike on a cut fastball. It's 0-1. Vaughn will take timeout to readjust his batting gloves for a moment. Strap them back in. 3 hits in the series so far for Andrew. 0-1. And Vaughn took inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. The super easy app opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon. 1-1 to Vaughn. He's inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. You do that on your first fill-up. Download the Club Citgo app today. 2 balls and 1 strike on Vaughn. Here's Tyon's pitch, and it's a ground ball to short. Swanson is there. Fields and throws, and the Brewers go down very quietly in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of 3. Not a lot of rest for Woodruff. It's 2-1 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
This is Dunphy. We've been helping people just like you for over 40 years, and we've never been about gimmicks or billboards. Just 40 years of proven results. If you've been injured, call the team at Cannon & Dunphy so that we can get you the help you need.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
I'm Pat Dunphy of Cannon & Dunphy. You know, every Major League Baseball team has the same goal, and that's to win the World Series. To do it, they have to have something special. Well, for 40 years, Cannon & Dunphy has had something special, and we've been winning for our clients. So if you've been hurt and you need help, call Cannon & Dunphy.
Tri-City National Bank is proud to support your hometown team, and our bankers can help you achieve your financial dream. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
It is a 2-1 Cubs lead as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Brandon Woodruff, 56 pitches to get through the first 2. Seiya Suzuki will lead things off against him for the Cubs. Woodruff looks in through his glove, working out of the windup, brings home the first pitch, and Suzuki takes a strike on a 2-seam fastball. It's 0-1. We've mentioned it a couple of times tonight. The velo is up a little bit for Woodruff, but the command hasn't been as good. A 1 pitch, and Suzuki pops it up foul out of play, first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. He has walked the leadoff man in each of the first 2 innings, and if you've followed baseball for more than a week, you know that that is never a good thing. To walk the leadoff man, 0-2 pitch is down and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He was able to work out of it without any damage in the first inning, but it still forced him to throw more pitches than you'd want. A 25-pitch first inning just to put up that 0. And that can have ancillary effects as the game goes along. 1-2, so a sharply hit ground ball to third. Durbin stays down on it, skips it across to first in time to get Suzuki. It was a very close play, and the Cubs will see if they want to challenge. Durbin did not get a lot on the throw. He skipped it across. It was a good pick by Vaughn and a good stretch, and the Cubs will not challenge. So Woodruff retires the first batter of the inning for the first time tonight. And a double clutched on that throw. Bounced it across, and good job by Vaughn.
Nice long hop. It's on the grass.
So here's Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes. One offering. And that is a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes on Pete Crow Armstrong. Struck out swinging against Woodruff back in the first. Woodruff, like Tyone just got, could really use an efficient inning here. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased a changeup, and it's 2-1. He loves that Brandon Woodruff changeup. He has been going after it all night long. It is appetizing, it would appear, to Pete Crow Armstrong's eyes. Well, Woodruff has gotten him all sorts of off balance with it so far. 2-1 pitch. And this is a fly ball into right. It is playable. Collins moving in. Circling underneath of it. Still coming in. Makes the catch. And that's the second out. And that'll get Carson Kelly to the plate. 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Jeff Levering and Ken Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you here tonight from Wrigley Field. It is 2-1 Cubs. 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the third, rather. Carson Kelly, first pitch swinging, and he fouls it off over near the Brewers on deck circle. It's 0-1. Kelly called out on strikes back in the first inning, 0 for 1 tonight. Did not play in the first game today. That was Reese McGuire's turn to catch. Kelly in there tonight after playing yesterday. Woodruff's 0-1 pitch. Chopper foul at the third base line. It's 0-2. No dental insurance, but you need dental care? Well, the new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. Join at WDAclub.com. No balls and 2 strikes here on Kelly. Woodruff brings home the pitch. And he got him looking. A fastball at 95 on the low outside corner. And he does have that efficient 1-2-3 inning that he desperately needed. As we go to the 4th inning, it is 2-1. Brewers Radio Network presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Miller High Life. Always flavorful, always refreshing, always at the right price. The champagne of beers. Welcome to the High Life. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of our Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try our new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Check your local store for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Members of LIUNA are the most diverse trade in Wisconsin's construction industry, partnering with over 900 contractors to meet the demand for a skilled, safe, and productive workforce. Their union members construct roads, bridges, buildings, sewer and water lines, and energy infrastructure. Feel the power of a career as a member of the Wisconsin Laborers District Council, where you will earn great union wages, health care, and a pension. Learn why you are worth so much more by visiting liunawisconsin.org. LIUNA Wisconsin.org.
Carbless, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails.
0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten.
At the ballpark or your local grocery store. Carbless.
Less is more.
We go to the 4th inning here at Wrigley Field. It is 2-1 Cubs. Isaac Collins to lead things off for the Crew. Jamison Tayo needed just 8 pitches to get through the third inning, so that helps him stick around in this game a little bit longer. He's at 57 as he starts to work the fourth. And Collins takes outside. It's 1-0. It was an 11-pitch, bottom of the third for Woodruff, which also helped for Woody. Brewers would like to get Woody at least through the fourth. 1-0 pitch. Collins, a liner into left. It's going to hang up there for Happ. Comes in a couple of steps and makes the catch. And there's one away for Bryce Terang. 1-2-3 flawless inning for Woodruff in the bottom of the third. It was brought to you by Carbless Premium Cocktails in a Can. Proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Stop at your local grocer and stock up for the game. At home or for your next tailgate. Carbless, less is more. First pitch to Terang is outside. It's 1-0. Terang flied to center back in the second inning. 0 for 1 tonight. 3 for 10 in the series for Bryce. Homered yesterday in game 1 of the series. 1-0. He checks on a changeup that got the bottom of the zone. It's 1-1. Brewers got after Tyone the last time he faced them on June 19th. That was when this hot stretch began. Ground ball to first. Fielded by Bush. He'll run to the bag and retire Terang. And there's 2 away. One of the stretches. The Brewers really have been hot since May 25th. That's the genesis of this stretch of baseball for the Brewers, but another kind of focal point or landmark along the way is that June 19th win over the Cubs. Brewers have won 40 games, including that day. Since then, pitch is down and away to Danny Jansen. It's 1-0. They got to Tyone for 5 runs and 8 hits over 4 innings on that day. Jansen clinches at a sweeper for a strike, and it's 1-1. After all those pitches Tyone threw in the first 2 innings, 1-1 pitch is low, 2 balls and 1 strike. He's an out away from having back-to-back very efficient innings and getting himself maybe not totally back on track, but in a good place to get through 5 or 6. 2-1. And Jansen took a strike with a sweeper that just clipped the outside edge. It's 2-2. Jansen doubled back in the second inning, was stranded at third. Towns 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Another breaking ball in the zone. Another 1-2-3 inning for Jamison Tyone. He's retired 7 in a row. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-1 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by Insurance.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Jan from Toyota here, with live coverage of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event, with my special guest, Eli Manning.
Thanks, Jan. Let's get into it.
Down by the lake for some fishing, we've got Eric in his Tundra. He throws his line, and he's going long!
Heck of a team effort there. That Tundra got him exactly where he needed to be.
Sure was, Eli. Until next time, go Toyota!
See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 2nd. Toyota. Let's go places.
Most things people do could be done more safely. Sometimes it's common sense. Sometimes it's innovating a better way. But it's always about minimizing risk. For this purpose, West Bend is willing to come check out your business and help minimize your risks. It's precisely because of thinking like this that West Bend has been keeping businesses and employees safe for over 125 years. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com. West Bend. The worst brings out our best.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Cubs lead at 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Woodruff at 67 pitches. This could be the last inning for Brandon Woodruff. See how quickly he can try to get through this Cubs lineup. He'll get Horner, Casey, and Swanson here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Horner is a swing and a miss at the curveball, and it's 0-1. Cubs won game one today by a final of 6-4. They lead game two, 2-1. A lot of baseball left in this one, though. And you got to figure the bullpens are both going to factor into this game before it's over. Here's a pop-up on the infield. Bryce Terang with both feet on the dirt. On the right side, calling for it, makes the catch. And that is a quick first out for Brandon Woodruff. Here's Owen Casey.
Think about this, Lane. The last time the Brewers had two losses was July 25th and the 26th, the first two games at home coming out of the All-Star break against Miami. Before that, you got to go back to the 2nd and 3rd of July. They've lost back-to-back games twice since the beginning of July.
That would be the second game of the doubleheader of the Mets, and then the finale the next day. First pitch is a strike to Casey. And Casey takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's been almost a month since they've lost consecutive games.
It just doesn't happen with this group. 1-1 pitch. That is low. 2 balls and 1 strike. We were talking in between games when the Brewers made it 5-4 in game one. Right now, the way they are playing and the way they are finding ways to come up with the big hit in the big moment. 2-1. Casey swings on it and fouls it back into the net. It's 2-2. It just feels like they're inevitable at times. And when Contreras hit the home run on Sunday, it was like, yep, there you go. There's the big swing. And without an error in the ninth, it probably would have been inevitable that they would have won their 15th straight. 2-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball to second base. Rolls out to Terang, fires to first, and retires Casey. And there's 2 down. And all of a sudden, both Tyone and Woodruff look like they're starting to settle in a little bit. Woody's at 74 pitches. There is no action yet in the Brewers' bullpen, so that's a good sign. Maybe the Brewers will push him out there a little bit further than we initially thought. We thought maybe 80 pitches. He's at 74 right now. Swanson coming to the plate. First offering is a fly ball left center. This is hit pretty well. Yelich is back, and it is off the very base of the wall. Yelich gets to it quickly. Swanson hustling into second and slides in there safely with a 2-out double. Pretty hard hit ball, 108 off the bat. It was a fastball at 92, and it was about belt high over the middle of the plate. Woodruff may be lucky that one didn't sail out of here. And Dansby Swanson has an extra base hit here. And the number 9 hitter, Matt Shaw, coming to the plate. If Woodruff can get out of this inning with relative ease here against Shaw, it'd be interesting to see if he gets the 5th or not. First offering to Shaw is down and away with a changeup. It's 1-0. Have to get there first. Try to keep this at a 2-1 deficit if you're the Crew. 1-0 pitch to Shaw. Bounced in the dirt, blocked nicely by Jansen. It keeps Swanson at second base. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and the health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. 2-1 Cubs, bottom of the 4th inning. Swanson at second with 2 outs. Woodruff trying to get himself through this inning. A 2-0 pitch, and Shaw took high and away. It's 3 balls and no strikes. This game feels like an Aaron Ashby game, more than likely. At some point, he factors into this one, with Woodruff's pitch count being where it is. 3-0 to Shaw is right through there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Brewers have done such a good job offensively, just wearing down the opponent, putting pressure on them. 3-1 pitch, and Shaw took outside. Didn't miss by a lot. That's a pretty good pitch from Woodruff. But he lost him, and he walks him. That is the third walk issued by Woodruff today. And now first and second, and Michael Busch, and this is a really big at-bat in this game. It looked like Woodruff was going to have a very efficient fourth inning, and you thought at that point, maybe he can go back out and try to get the fifth inning. Now it's just about getting him through this fourth. He's got to face the lefty Busch, who he has not retired in this game. A walk and an RBI triple so far for Busch. First offering from Woodruff is a little low with a changeup. It's 1-0. Falling behind much more frequently than I think we've seen at any point this season from Brandon Woodruff. That was the thing about Woody early on, is that he was up 0-2 in the count before you could blink. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased a fastball up and out of the zone, and it's 1-1.
Felt like a good matchup, too, for Brandon Woodruff. This is a very aggressive Cubs team, especially with fastballs. And if you can locate that, you can get through it pretty quickly.
1 ball and 1 strike. Woodruff's pitch. Ground ball to second base. Terang goes to his left fields and throws to first in time, and Woodruff gets out of it with no damage done. Gives up the double and the walk, but he strands a pair. We go to the fifth. It is 2-1 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
You know that little pain in your tooth? The one you've been hoping will go away? That one you'd have checked out if only you had dental insurance. Yeah, that's probably a cavity. And no, it won't just go away. Left untreated, that little pain can become a big pain with a big cost. And if you don't have dental insurance, we have a solution. The new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% on quality care from WDA dentists you can trust. Learn more and join at WDAclub.com.
Brewers fans, with Us Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the ball, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Brewers fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to Us Mode. Because game day is for cheering on the Brew Crew with your crew. US Cellular, built for us.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
It is 2-1 Cubs as we head to the fifth inning. And back in there with the play-by-play, here's Jeff Lovering.
Thanks, Lane. 9-1-2, Ortiz, Frelick, and Durbin. Tyone has settled in. He's retired 7 straight. And 8 of the last 9 pitched to Ortiz. And it's down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Tyone not only has settled into this ballgame, but the pitch count has 2. He's thrown just 18 pitches in the last 2 innings combined. 1-0 pitch from Tyone. Line to left. Sends Happ back, and he makes the catch on the warning track. Boy, Ortiz hit it right on the screws. But right at Happ, it's been that kind of night for the Brewers offense against Tyone. That's 8 in a row set down by Jameson. And another quick out. Talking about both of these starters, they needed 105 pitches combined to get through the first 2 innings. That third inning, Lane, they threw a grand total of 19 pitches. Frelick will take a strike over the outside corner. It's 0-1.
That's because I was doing the play-by-play. That's how it works with you and me, typically.
Yeah, it is. You're right. You're right. Frelick takes low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anytime there's a long inning or something like that, or if I've got to bear down and work basically through a a station ID in the first 2 innings, you'll inevitably go 9 up and 9 down. 1-1 to Frelick is high, 2 balls and a strike. By the way, scoring decision, the triple by Bush back in the second inning has been changed to a double, advancing to third on the throw, which is what it should have been anyway. 2-1. Frelick pops it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sal has struck out and singled on the infield. Very pleasant night for a ball game. 73 degrees at first pitch. 2-2 coming. That's low. 3-2. After the first 2 innings, you thought, no way Tyone's going to see the 5th, but he has worked quickly and efficiently the last 2 innings. Payoff coming. Sal chops it to the second baseman. Horner has it, throws out Frelick. That's 9 straight, retired by Tyone. Quick vibe check. Cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Seltzer that passes the vibe check. Caleb Durbin has bounced out twice. Once to short, once to second base. Stranded runners on the corners in the second inning did Durbin. And the Brewers haven't had a base runner since then. Takes the first pitch strike. With a fastball in the outside corner, it's 0-1. Durbin in the series now, 3 for 12. Takes outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Singled against Daniel Palencia, the Cubs closer, in the 9th inning, the opener of this twin bill. 1-1 from Tyone. Ground ball hit to the left side. Swanson throws to first, scooped by Bush, and they get the out on Durbin. Another quick inning from Jameson Tyone, and Brandon Woodruff quickly making his way back out onto the mound. 83 pitches in tow. Bottom of the 5th coming. 2 Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scaffidi, and Loyal Family Renovations. They saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handle all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service. In just 2 days, my roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit loyalfamilyrenovations.com.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local, and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service.
It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey.
Riding with you every mile since 1977.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks. Tune in to hear District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production. Find it now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Two, 3, and 4 coming up with the Cubs. They've got a 2-1 lead against the Brewers in the bottom of the 5th inning as Brandon Woodruff's first pitch to Ian Happ is a ball slightly high with a cutter. 1 ball, no strikes. Happ got nothing but changeups back in the second inning and struck out 3 changeups, and he was done. 1-0 on Happ. Single and a strikeout. Fouls the pitch back. Changeup. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Packed house at Wrigley Field for Game 3 of this 5-game series. Second game of the day between the Brewers and the Cubs. Got washed out last night. 1-1. Happ lines it through the left side of base hit. Yelich trying to cut the ball off. He will. Happ with a big turn. Puts on the brakes. Happ with a leadoff single. The leadoff man is on for the 3rd time in 5 innings against Brandon Woodruff. No action in the Brewers bullpen that we can tell as of now. Now you got to go through the middle of this Cubs order with the leadoff man on base. Seiya Suzuki, 0 for 2. He's reached on a fielder's choice and bounced to third. Could use another one of those ground balls to the left side right now. First offering is low, ball 1. Fastball at 93. Woodruff now at 87 pitches. Happ a short lead over at first. Woodruff deals. Swing and a miss. Big cut from Suzuki. Came up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max pitches this year for Brandon Woodruff, 88. That's right where he is right now. He has not touched 90 pitches yet. He'll get there today. 1-1 coming, and it's inside. 2 balls and 1 strike as Aaron Ashby has begun loosening in the Brewers bullpen below the right field bleachers. Heart of the Cubs order in this 5th. And the 2-1 to Suzuki is a strike at the knees. And change up there to Suzuki. Happ with just 5 stolen bases on the year. He's been caught 3 times. Pitch to Suzuki. Fouled back. Fastball 94 under his hands. Woodruff wanted that pitch a little tighter. Didn't get it all the way in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck. Brewers deep and straight away in the outfield for Suzuki. Wind still blowing in. Happ a walking lead, and now Woodruff steps off, neutralizing Happ. If Woodruff goes to the plate, Happ could steal third. He had a huge lead. He wouldn't have stolen third, I'm just saying. He had a massive lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Happ again, a walking lead. The pitch. Ground ball foul by Suzuki. Taking a couple of shuffles is Ian Happ towards second base as Woodruff comes set. If Woodruff holds for an extra beat, they could get Ian Happ. Fastballs and changeups today. That's been the mix. And a toss to first, and Happ is back. He didn't guess correctly there. That's his second disengagement. And if he picks over again, he's got to get him, or it's a balk. 2-2, nobody out. Woodruff sets again. Throws to Suzuki. Fouled away again. Cutter on the outside corner. Suzuki had just enough bat in his hand. 2-1 Cubs. Brewers got 1 in the first. Cubs with 2 in the bottom of the second inning. That's all the scoring. And Woodruff getting towards the end of his night. The pitch home. Check swing. Strike 3 called. Breaking ball at the bottom of the zone, and Suzuki is rung up. Craig Counsell slamming his fist down on the barrier in the dugout. Not pleased with the call from Dan Merzel. Pretty good pitch right at the bottom of the zone, according to the K zone. It was in there, and Brandon Woodruff has thrown his last pitch. He gets Seiya Suzuki looking. That's his 6th ortho ASAP strikeout, and that's going to be it. Brandon Woodruff at 94 pitches will be lifted from this ball game. U.S. Cellular call to the pen has been made. Proud partner of the Brewers is U.S. Cellular. Remind you that the game is on. Turn your notifications off with US mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Season high 94 pitches, and Aaron Ashby will get Pete on the other side of this break on the Brewers Radio Network.
Brewers fans, with Us Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the ball, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Brewers fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to Us Mode. Because game day is for cheering on the Brew Crew with your crew. US Cellular, built for us.
Hey guys, you look hot.
Yeah, scorching. Feels like my head's on fire.
Wow, would you like something to cool you off?
Yeah, how about some ice? Ice is cold but doesn't have much flavor. How about some Cedar Crest ice cream?
Will Cedar Crest ice cream sandwiches do?
Yeah!
I thought so. There's a cooler full of them in the back. Kellen helped me get it out, and Arlo, go tell your teammates. We've got vanilla, black cherry, and peanut butter. Yum.
You're the best, Mom. Yeah, the best, like Cedar Crest.
Nursing students often endure long wait lists, but Concordia University, Wisconsin ensures entry into their nursing program upon acceptance. Broad exposure prepares CUW students for diverse nursing specialties with hands-on clinical experience in hospitals and other healthcare settings, leading to high job placement rates for graduates. CUW provides a faith-based education with a focus on holistic care. Graduates are prepared to address patients' physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. Your journey awaits at cuw.edu/bucks.
Brandon Woodruff, 4 1/3 innings, 2 runs on 6 strikeouts. Allowed 5 base hits, and he will give way to Aaron Ashby out of the bullpen to face Pete Crow Armstrong, and he has struggled against left-handed pitching over the course of this season. It's a matchup that favors the Brewers. Why they're going to Aaron Ashby right now, he's inherited 12 runners, only 2 have scored. Crow Armstrong 0 for 2 against Woodruff. First appearance of the series for Ashby. Long look at first and a toss over to first base, and Happ is back. Ashby pitched twice in that Cincinnati series, last on Saturday. Stranded a pair of inherited runners in the 6th inning with a couple of strikeouts. Pitch home. Crow Armstrong takes a ball wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Breaking ball that time from Aaron Ashby. Earned run average at 2.03 as he enters play. Extends the lead by a step as Happ. 2-1 Cubs. The pitch. Crow Armstrong fouls it away. Got to that fastball at 98 from Ashby. One ball, 1 strike on Pete Crow Armstrong with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 98 above the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Armstrong. Carson Kelly is on deck. Deep and straight away in the outfield for Crow Armstrong, and the pitch misses down and away. Tried the slider and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Usually a pitch that Crow Armstrong will chase. Held up there. 2 out of 9 in the series is Crow Armstrong. Big moment in this game in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curveball. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Aaron Ashby, 2 away for Carson Kelly. Usingers has been Milwaukee's family-owned sausage shop since 1880. Enjoy the same great taste your grandfather did, because Usingers is still made the old world way. And try and make the most, just the best. Usingers, America's finest sausage. 2 away for Carson Kelly, struck out twice, both looking against Woodruff. The pitch to Kelly, very high and outside. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Cubs have had a base runner in every inning but the 3rd. And a toss over to first has Happ back. The Brewers haven't had a base runner on since the 2nd inning. Jamison Tyone has retired the last 10 Brewers in a row.
Think of how rare that's been in the last month for 10 in a row to get sat down in this Brewers lineup.
Kelly, a line drive into shallow left. It'll fall in front of Yelich. Happ advances to second base. Yeah, you could count on one hand, I don't know, the last month and a half, the Brewers have had a stretch where they haven't had a base runner for 10 straight batters. Ashby hanging a curveball there to Carson Kelly, who lines the single to left. And now it's Nico Horner, and this is not the matchup that you wanted. Runner in scoring position for Horner, fourth best batting average in Major League Baseball. Runners in scoring position, 377. And tough guy to strike out, too. Good speed at second and half. The pitch to Horner is a strike on the inside corner at 99. Horner darts a look at Dan Merzel. Maybe a ball off the inside corner. Ashby one better for it. Woodruff standing on the railing, watching Aaron Ashby. His run standing at second base. It's a big run. 1-run lead right now for the Cubs. The pitch to Horner. Line towards the middle. Base hit. Run scores. Throw to third is going to be not in time. Kelly is safe at third base. Horner takes second. The Brewers may challenge this play at third. Risky advance from Carson Kelly, and the Brewers are going to challenge this play at third base. That's a big call. Horner delivers the RBI no matter what. As Happ scored from second base, pitch that was left right over the middle of the plate. Brewers challenging the play at third.
Milwaukee is challenging the safe call at third base. The previous play is under review.
Horner picks up the run batted in. That run charged to Brandon Woodruff. The perfect throw from Sal Frelick. Durbin with the catch, and I believe he's going to be out. Ooh, maybe not. Did he stay on the bag? Well, the Brewers are challenging it. This is a big challenge in this game in the bottom of the fifth, and you can understand why the Brewers are challenging it. Stu Sherwater, the umpire over at third base, was right on it. Did Durbin ever apply the tag before his foot got on the base? I'm not so sure.
Yeah, the angle we have, I don't think there's enough to say that he conclusively does put the tag on him before he gets to the bag.
He fielded the ball behind the bag. If he's in front of it, I'm not sure he's able to scoop it and apply the tag anyway. Did a nice job getting the scoop. Good throw from Sal Frelick, but does he get the tag down on the body before the foot comes down on the base? I'm not so sure. Again, the call in the field was safe. Got to prove that he got that tag down. Aaron Ashby will get some pitches. The key right here is watching the Brewers' infield and outfield positioning right now. They are all staying put on the field. And if it was definitively out, they would be heading towards the dugout. I'm not sure they know.
Good question.
Also, did he get it on the left hand? Yeah, does he get it on the left hand? That's the other part. Does the left hand get tagged from Caleb Durbin? Here's the call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner is safe. Milwaukee releases.
There was one last shot that we saw that potentially could have got the left hand of Carson Kelly before his foot got on the bag, but I don't know if that was conclusive enough. So it's a base hit, and runners advance to second and third on the play. And then Dansby Swanson, who's on deck. Owen Casey is the hitter, and we're going to get a pinch hitter for Owen Casey. Justin Turner will pinch hit for Owen Casey. That's what we were waiting for. So Justin Turner will hit for Owen Casey. And this is the Cubs' opportunity where they are sniffing something. They've already got a run in this inning, second and third with 2 outs. And Justin Turner will be summoned as a pinch hitter. On the year, Justin Turner is hitting just .217. But this is a situation where he has thrived, especially against left-handed pitchers over the course of his career. And Turner hitting with runners in scoring position, batting average of .296. So he faces Aaron Ashby. First pitch to Turner, popped up, foul territory, first base side, and in the seats. It's 0-1. Turner has been a thorn in the Brewers' side over the course of his career, mostly as a Dodger. Ashby inherits the runner, allows him to score. He can finish the line on Woodruff at 3 runs allowed, all earned. 0-1 to Turner. Down and in, and a great stop by Jansen to save a run. Didn't come on a breaking ball either. A fastball at 99 miles an hour that skipped in the dirt in front of home plate, and Jansen just barreled it up. Good play. It's not a pitch that you expect to be in the dirt. 3-1 Cubs. Ashby's pitch. Turner, ground ball back to Ashby. He's got it. Runs halfway to first base and underhand flips it to get the out on Turner. So a good play by Ashby. He allows a run to score. It's 3-1 Chicago as we go to the 6th in the middle of the order coming up for the Brewers on the Brewers radio by American Family Insurance.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of our Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try our new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Blue Moon Light is a wheat beer brewed with real tangerine peel for exceptional taste at only 95 calories. And Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic is everything you love about Blue Moon without the alcohol. Check your local store for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, I went to the new place. They didn't have everything, but the bananas were on sale.
Wait, why didn't you go to Woodman?
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil. Other stores promote a few items but charge more for everything else. At Woodman's, you save big-time money on your whole grocery bill.
I even use the app to compare prices.
Oh my gosh, talk about receipt regret. Our work here is done.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Your hometown crew.
Yelich trying to steal home. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe.
No matter where you live.
Yelich sprinted home.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Change for the Cubs. Willie Castro comes into the ballgame to play in right field. He'll hit 7th. As Jamison Tyone back to work, 78 pitches for him. He is retired 10 straight Brewers. First one to William Contreras is a strike. And it's 0-1. Tyone has found something second time through the order. The Brewers had 5 base runners against him the first 10 men he faced. Nothing since. Here's the pitch. It's up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike on Contreras. 6th inning, Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Contestant today, Michael Wisniewski from Milwaukee. 1-1 pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike. Michael would win a gift card jackpot of $350 if a member of the Brewers hits a home run this inning. $100 will be added to the total for each additional home run this frame. 2-1 pitch. Chopper to third. 1 hop for Shaw. Slings it across. 1 away. 11 straight batters retired, and a lot of that on the ground. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter service and savings. That's Woodman's. Here's Yelich. A walk and a fly out to left. Brewers got their run in the first inning. A 2-out RBI single from Andrew Vaughn. Pitch to Yelich is high from Tyone. 1 ball, no strikes. They've had 2 hits since then. A Danny Jansen double and a Sal Frelick infield single. 3 unanswered runs to this point for the Cubs. 1-0 to Yelich is a strike. Breaking ball right down the middle. Yelich 1 out of 9 in the series. 1-1 coming. And that missed outside, barely. Yelich went into the day yesterday in an 0 for 13 since his 4-hit day, the opener in Cincinnati on Friday night. Tyone's 2-1 to Yelich. Banger foul on the right side. Ends up near the camera well. 2 balls and 2 strikes from back-to-back change-ups to Christian Yelich. 3-1 Chicago in the 6th. Tyon's 2-2 to Yelly. Line to left, a base hit. Hack tries to cut the ball off. He will. Yelich, big turn, puts on the brakes. Good decision. Down by a couple of runs. No reason to try and stretch that into a double, but a clean single to the left side, and the tying run coming up in the form of Andrew Vaughn. College students ring in the new semester at the Brewers College Night on Thursday, September 18th. It's presented by Northwestern Mutual. Then stick around after the game for a free concert by DJ Diesel and Shaquille O'Neal. Get tickets at brewers.com/theme nights. Pitch to Vaughn. Fly ball right field. Sends Castro back, still spinning, and he makes the catch. That wind pushed that thing further and further towards the warning track, but Castro able to make one more spin and put it away. Just into the ball game, makes the catch. And it's Isaac Collins. Strikeout and a line out to left. 88 pitches for Tyon, just 10 in this inning. He has not thrown any more than 11 pitches in any inning since the second. A lot of strikes. Pitch to Collins is a ball off the outside corner. Bullpen's moving. Taylor Rogers, the left-hander for Chicago. And Bryce Terang looming in the on-deck area. Collins a tying run at the plate. Yelich a good lead. The pitch from Tyon is high. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch number 90 in the game. Remember, he's just coming off the injured list. He's trying to get the Cubs through 6. He's an out away from doing it. 2-0 pitch. Collins swings and misses. He was trying to tie the game. 91-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle. Tyon's been working with great tempo. And a toss to first has Yelich back. Retired 11 in a row before Yelich delivered the single with 1 out in this 6th inning. Wind blowing in from left. Kelly sets up down the middle. The pitch from Tyon. Fly ball center field. Not tonight. Crow Armstrong is there, makes the catch. And Tyon has worked through 6 quality innings. Bottom of the 6th is on the way. 3-1 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Neil Doyle. Requesting the charges be dismissed against the father of the Abundant Life Christian school shooter in Madison. Possible measles exposure in Wisconsin from an out-of-state traveler. An Amtrak service has resumed on a stretch of rail impacted by a train derailment in Dodge County. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 65. Wednesday, partly cloudy and breezy, high of 77. I'm Neil Doyle, 620 WTMJ.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Chad Schultz, president and owner of Innovative Signs, discusses his experience working with SVA-certified public accountants on improving his company's profitability.
So the SVA professional helped us look at expenses, look at our profit margin, and really dig deep into what's going to make us the most profitable based on our marketplace. SVA is a professional accounting firm. They know accounting. I have a major comfort level with them from a responsiveness level, understanding of my needs, and they are very professional on their end.
To learn more about how we can provide you with measurable results, go to sva.com/profitable.
Now get 50% off all window styles, plus you could pay nothing until 2027. Don't miss out. Schedule your quote at 866-90-NATION or Window Nation or windownation.com.
Dance Dansby Swanson leads things off for the Cubs in the bottom of the sixth inning, with Chicago leading it by a score of 3-1. Aaron Ashby back to work, gave up a couple of hits. Carson Kelly and Nico Horner back-to-back two-out hits to extend the lead to 2 runs. First one to Swanson, very high. 1 ball, no strikes. Had a replay review back in the bottom of the 5th inning. Each and every replay review brought to you by our friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Take another look outside your windows anytime. Fouled away by Dansby Swanson. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. If you think you need some new windows, call our buddies over at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Built for long-lasting comfort and reliability. Right now, score 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. A game that seems as if it's going to be in the bullpen. The 1-1 to Swanson. Check swing. He went. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 92 pitches for Jameson Taillon in his first game back from the injured list. And if we would have told you he'd make it through the 6th inning after 49 pitches in the first 2, you'd call us crazy. He really turned his outing around. No more than 14 pitches in any inning after the 2nd. 1-2 pitch. Swanson jams it foul right near the Cubs dugout. Stays the ball and 2 strikes on Dansby Swanson, who doubled his last time up. 1 for 5 in the series for Swanson. One-two from Ashby. Fouled away. Went fastball at 97. Baseball sent into play, and Ashby tosses that old one over to the ball boy down the right field line. And trying to get the leadoff batter in this 5th inning. Leadoff batters reached in 3 of the 5 innings for the Cubs. That pitch missed outside with a changeup. Good spot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brewers have a 8-game lead coming into play today as Swanson hits it in the air to right. Collins back a few steps, makes the catch in front of the warning track for the first out of the 6th inning. Either the Brewers were going to end the day 9 games up or 7 games up in the division with a doubleheader today.
Actually, they could have ended 11 up.
Could have, but after the
beginning of
first
the
loss.
Right, yeah.
After the first loss, could be 9 or 7. I mean, sweep the doubleheader, you're 11 games up. I mean, you're putting your foot right on their neck. Here's Shaw, and he drives one down the left field line. This is trouble. It is going to be a fair ball. And off of the ivy, and it goes back towards the infield. Shaw's on his way to third. The throw there is going to be late. It's a triple for Shaw. That ball caromed off of the bricks and almost all the way back to the infield. A Wrigley Field bounce. The ivy didn't catch it. The ivy spit it back out. I think it may have even hit the bricks directly, the 355 sign down the left field line. Yelich a one-hop strike into third base, and Shaw held the bag. So now the infield comes on the grass. And the pitch. Bush swings and misses. So Shaw with a triple to left at Wrigley Field. Boy, that never happens here unless you see an outfielder dive for a ball. Infield up, the 0-1. Bush, chopper, second base. Terang coming home. The throw! Safe! And the Brewers do not have a challenge. No challenge available. Terang, instead of getting an out at first base, elected to come home. And Shaw got a good break and able to score. It's 4-1. Just a high chopper. As soon as it got by Vaughn, there was no chance. And I don't think Jansen ever tagged Shaw anyway. Tough play for Terang. He made it as close as he could. And I don't think Jansen ever got Shaw anyway. So an RBI fielder's choice for Shaw makes it 4-1 Cubs. And now Happ hits a pop-up into shallow center. Terang goes out. Terang makes an over-the-shoulder catch. And back to first Goes Bush. For a team that has been so locked tight with defense, a couple of games here where the Brewers have not been as crisp since Sunday.
You look at Sunday and you look at game one today, one error. Pretty much cost them the game in each of those.
Well, the Cubs are adding on runs right now as Suzuki takes low in the dirt, blocked by Jansen. 1 ball and no strikes. And today, extending innings. And the Cubs are getting big hits with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. As Suzuki takes a very high strike. 2-out RBI double by Bush in the second inning. RBI single by Horner in the 5th. This one grounded foul right by the Cubs dugout. And it's 1-2. Let's take 10 for identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Toss over to first to check on Bush. He's back standing up. Ashby's given up a run on his own in this 6th inning. Inherited a runner in the 5th, allowed him to score. Just the 3rd inherited runner in 13 that he's picked up. 1-2 to Seiya Suzuki. Got him looking. Breaking ball in the inside corner. Seiya Suzuki's called out on strikes. And Ashby ends the threat in the 6th. The Cubs get one more. It's 4-1 as we go to the 7th. Network presented by American Family Insurance.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
In baseball, players spend time in the minors before making it. That's not the case with union construction trades like the operating engineers. As a union apprentice, you earn good money while you learn a trade. And graduates from union apprenticeship programs earn 41% more than their non-union counterparts. They even earn more than a typical worker with a master's degree. So if you are ready to earn big league bucks, go to join139.com to learn more.
At Prevea Orthopedics and HSHS Hospitals, we understand all the ways you move. From the ways you love to move, to the ways you need to move, and the ways you want to move. Movement looks different for everyone. That's why we specialize in you, providing the expert care you need for all the ways you move. To schedule an appointment, visit prevea.com/ortho.
The best sounds you can get.
It's back, track, bye, baseball.
All season long, this is the Brewers Radio Network.
Seventh inning is here. Bottom of the order coming up. New arm for the Cubs and a new broadcaster for you, Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Former Brewer Taylor Rogers is on for the Cubs. Brewers got to him yesterday. Caleb Durbin homered off of him in the 5th inning of yesterday's game. That was the first run he'd allowed as a Cub. This is his 7th appearance since getting traded to Chicago. The first pitch to Terang is in there for a strike. Had a 2.45 ERA over 40 appearances with the Reds before the trade. 0-1. That is a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-2. No appearances with the Pirates. He was never even in Pittsburgh, I don't think.
Couple hours.
Maybe
he was a Pirate property.
Landed and said, got to go to Chicago. 0-2 pitch. Terang. Is he able to check? They appeal to third. He did check. Sweeper down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bryce, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Rogers looks in, the 1-2 pitch. And Terang, a liner into right. That's going to get down for a base hit for Bryce. So a good start. Brewers, as we told you in Game 1, they have been in this position plenty of times over the course of this great stretch of baseball they've been playing. They have been comeback kids at times. And this is a fairly depleted Cubs bullpen. So can you put together a rally? It is a 4-1 deficit. Cubs have felt like they were in control for most of the night. But now here's Danny Jansen, who's had some good swings tonight. And the first pitch from Rogers is a sinker at 94 on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Jansen doubled back in the second inning. He struck out against Tyone in the fourth. Rogers' 0-1 pitch. Down and in, almost hit him. That was the sweeper. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hey, fans, to celebrate 12 in a row, George Webb's free burger giveaway is going to be tomorrow from 2 to 6 p.m. at all 23 George Webb locations throughout Wisconsin. Here's the 1-1 to Jansen, and a swing and a miss over the top of that breaking ball. It's 1-2. Hungry fans, welcome to stop by any location for a free burger and some camaraderie with fellow baseball fans. That's tomorrow from 2 to 6. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jansen. Terang at first with nobody out. Rogers kicks and delivers, and he missed inside. It's 2-2. So many of these big Brewers innings we've talked about. MLB best 4-run innings. I think 35 is the number now for the Brewers. It has begun with getting 2 on and nobody out. Rogers looks at first in the 2-2 pitch, and that is a called third strike. Got the low inside corner. Jansen strikes out looking, and there's one away for Joey Ortiz. It's a good pitch. Just nailed the low inside corner. Not a lot you can do if you're Danny Jansen. Certainly not looking in that zone in that count. First pitch to Ortiz is a strike. Very similar pitch to the one he just struck out Jansen with. And it's 0-1. Rogers pretty good command so far in this outing. Brewers trying to do something with this leadoff single from Terang. Rogers looks at first in the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Swung over the top of a sweeper that was maybe a touch below the zone, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The Brewers have had a hit with 1 out in the 6th inning, and now a hit to lead off the 7th inning. Swing and a chopper foul by Ortiz. Stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Drive around the league, presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Dodgers leading the Rockies 7-2. The Rockies have won 4 in a row. Walked off the Dodgers last night. That game's in the bottom of the 5th. Reds and Angels are tied at 1 in the bottom of the 2nd inning out in Anaheim. Toronto beat Pittsburgh 7-3 in Pittsburgh. No balls and 2 strikes here on Ortiz. The pitch. Ortiz fouls it off. Back behind home plate, now to play. Got a sinker at the top of the zone. Still 0-2. You would think for the Cubs, somewhat limited in their bullpen tonight. Keller probably not available. Remains to be seen if they would give the ball to Palencia a second time in one day. Pomeranz definitely unavailable. 0-2, and he got a piece of that sweeper and fouled it down the left field line. Joey doing a good job hanging tough. He's fouled off each of the last 3 pitches he's seen, and he's going to force Rogers to throw at least 6 in this battle. Ryan Brazier's getting loose in the Cubs bullpen. Rogers' 0-2 pitch. Tapped foul behind home plate. And again, Ortiz battling. They got Wicks activated today as their 27th man for this game tonight. Fieldbar, maybe they could bring him back. Kittredge would be available. Brazier, we told you, is up. Ben Brown also in that bullpen. So there are arms out there for Craig Counsell, but some of that A bullpen, that winning bullpen, may be off limits tonight. 0-2 on Ortiz. The 7th pitch of the at-bat. Here comes, and it's a chopper on the right side, and that is going to sneak through into right field. Terang turns second. He's on his way to third. Here's the throw. It's not in time. What a great at-bat from Joey Ortiz. In an 0-2 hole the entire time, he fouled off 4 straight pitches and then bounces one through the right side, and now he's in a little bit of pain, and he's down on one knee at first base. Might have hit the bag a little awkwardly when he got to first, and Ortiz is in some pain over at first. Lee Myers out there to check on him. Pat Murphy is now climbing up out of the dugout and on his way to check on Ortiz as well, who is definitely in some pain, and the Brewers cannot afford to lose Joey Ortiz. It was a sinker up and out of the zone, and he just pushed it through that right side. Got out of the box fine and didn't seem to be grimacing too much as he started to motor down. A little bit of pain as he started to turn first, but your hope is that maybe it's a cramp or something like that. It didn't. He started to grab his knee, but it didn't look like he hit the bag all that awkwardly. And he's still kind of stretching it out beyond first base. The Brewers are going to have runners on the corners with one out, regardless of if Joey can stay in this game or not. And this may be your opportunity for the Brewers, trailing 4-1. And now you got the top of the order scheduled to come up. Pat Murphy talking to Nico Horner. They give each other a fist pound. Pat Murphy laughing. Ortiz looks like he's trying to stay in this game. He says, I can go. He just read his lips. That's what he just said to Lee Meyer. And now he's sprinting up the right field line just to test it. It was certainly a painful looking situation initially. And again, watching the replay, it didn't look like anything that out of the ordinary happened. He tells Pat Murphy, I'm fine. He says, I'm okay. And he's going to stay in this game.
Murph, per usual, saying, I can't believe you made me come out on the field for that.
He's relaxed a little bit on his rule of you have to be bleeding for me to come out and check on you.
Yeah, bleeding or bone sticking out of the skin. Those are the two rules.
Those were the two rules.
Compound fracture or blood.
So runners on the corners, one out, and here's Sal Frelick. Frelick had a good game in game 1 today. A couple of RBI singles. He's got a hit in this game. He's 1 for 3. Rogers' first pitch, and it is a high strike with a breaking ball. That is an awful call by Dan Merzel. There's just no other way to put it. That's 2 baseballs up and out of the zone to Sal Frelick. Rogers 0-1. And Sal able to check on a sweeper that missed away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brewers trying to put a rally together here in the top of the 7th inning. They've got a threat. 1-1 pitch. Sal, a fly ball into right. It's going to carry out to Castro. Coming in a couple steps. Makes the catch. Tagging is Terang. Here's the throw home, and they got him. What a throw from Willie Castro. It is a double play, and the inning is over. It was not hit that deep, but with Terang at third, worth a shot, and Castro threw an absolute dart to the plate, and they got him. Well, it's been that kind of night so far for the Brewers. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-1 Cubs on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Ready to a resort that has it all? The Island Resort and Casino is your total thrill getaway, where championship golf, a luxury spa, world-class gaming, and epic entertainment come together. Tee it up at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Unwind at the Drift Spa. Dine, play, win, repeat. Go all in on an unforgettable getaway. Book your total experience today at islandresortandcasino.com.
It's Quick Trip's Around the Bases contest with Old Wisconsin. Want in? It's easy. Just stop by your neighborhood Quick Trip, purchase any Old Wisconsin product with quick rewards, and boom, you're entered. Choose from beef and cheddar, beef and jalapeno, or bourbon and bacon smokestacks. If you're selected and the Brewers score in the first inning, you'll get a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Get all the details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Quick Trip and Old Wisconsin, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
Unlock big savings on your next project when you shop at Menards. Check out Lockley electronic door locks. You'll never have to worry if you forgot to lock your door again. Control your lock from anywhere with the use of your smartphone. Keep your home safe and secure. Pick up your Lockley electronic door lock today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
How can you not be romantic about this? This is the Brewers Radio Network.
It is 4-1 Cubs. Joey Ortiz went back out onto the field to play short, and now he has left the field, and Andrew Monasterio has come into this game. He will play shortstop here in the bottom of the seventh. Ashby still on the mound for the Crew. Seventh inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. The Island is your premier resort destination, largest north of Milwaukee, and the place to be this summer. Book your trip today at IslandResortAndCasino.com. Well, the Brewers have had a lot of breaks go their way over the last couple of months, but that has not happened tonight. All of the 50-50 plays, the close plays, have broke against them. First pitch to Pete Crow Armstrong is high from Ashby. It's 1-0. He had the triple that trickled all the way down the left field wall, essentially, after hitting off the wall down the left field line. 1-0 pitch is a broken back ground ball to second base. Terang stays down on it, fields and throws to first, and retires PCA for the first out of the seventh. That busted his bat with a sinker in. And the play to end the top of the seventh inning, I mean, you can't do much but tip your cap to Willie Castro. It's a guy that's really an infielder, if anything, but man, what a throw. You can't throw it any better than the one he threw home to Kelly to get one of the faster guys in the league, in Bryce Terang. That is a pivotal play in this game. If he doesn't make that throw, it's 4-2, and the Brewers have a runner at second. And Kelly, a fly ball to right. Coming in is Collins. Underneath of it to make the catch. 2 down. And that'll get Nico Horner to the plate. And you are looking at a Caleb Durbin reaching from Contreras and Yelich possibly coming up. I mean, you felt like you were putting together that patented Brewers rally that we've seen so often over the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, frankly. And you can still put that together. You still have 6 outs to work with if you're the Brewers. And again, you're going to probably see Ryan Brazier in the top of the 8th inning. A guy that is gettable. But it is a 4-1 Cubs lead as we stand here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ashby's first pitch to Horner is a curveball in there for a strike. Really good pitch. It's 0-1. Delivery. And this is a liner softly hit to second base. Terang reaches up and pulls it out of the sky. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ashby in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. It's 4-1 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
These days it feels like everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off the first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion, or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We'll take some more of that.
Small what? Swinging a line drive. Deep center. It's gone. A walk-off home run.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
You're killing me, Smalls.
It is 4-1 Cubs as we head to the 8th inning and back into play-by-play. Here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you, Lane. It's Ryan Brazier taking over for the Cubs. Ryan Brazier has given up runs in each of his last 4 appearances. That dates back to the end of July. Last time he had a scoreless appearance was against the Brewers, July 29th. He's got a 3-run lead as Anthony Siegler will lead it off, and the first pitch to him is fouled back. Siegler is hitting for Caleb Durbin in this 8th inning. We saw Joey Ortiz leave the ball game for Andrew Monasterio. Remember, he had that at-bat, finished it off with a single, and he was favoring his right leg. The 0-1 to Siegler is up and in from Brazier. 1 ball, 1 strike, and you wonder if it was when he fouled the ball off the outside of his right knee.
Yeah, earlier in the AB.
He may have some effects from that. Contreras to follow, and then Yelich in the inning. Siegler waiting on Brazier's 1-1. Chopper to first base, a fair ball. Bush has it, flips to Brazier. 1 up and 1 down to the ground ball. Rogers went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits. Did not surrender a run thanks to that great throw by Castro to the plate. And here's William Contreras. A base hit, 2 ground outs for Contreras. Brazier last worked on the 15th. Gave up a run on 2 hits in an inning of work. And a ball up and in, 95 from Brazier. Brazier's been around a long time. Made his big league debut back in May of 2013. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike, former 6th rounder out of Weatherford College in Weatherford, Texas. 37 years old. Pitch home. Swinging a liner, caught by Bush. That's the kind of night it's been for the Brewers offense. A lot of atom balls. Hitting it on the screws, but finding defenders for the Cubs. That one was scalded by Contreras, but right at Bush, who snared it. 2 down for Yelich. He is singled and walked. Also fly to deep left. Faces Brazier. Pitch number 1 is a strike, and it's 0-1. Today's 8th inning brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council and great union wages and benefits building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org and feel the power. 0-1 to Yelich. It's a check swing and a ball up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And before this stretch in August for Brazier, his ERA was at 2.14 at the end of July. This one fouled back by Yelich. Count goes in the favor of Brazier and the Cubs. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Starting to get late. Brewers are running out of outs to play with. Left-hander Caleb Thielbar is playing catch. Pitch home. Yelich, ground ball, second base. 3 hops out to Horner, stays in his glove. He throws out Yelich. In the middle of the Brewers' order, goes 3 up and 3 down in the 8th. It's 4-1, bottom of the 8th, on the way from Wrigley on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Wisconsin's morning for you every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m. Vince Petrano.
Milwaukee man accused of trying to get a witness against him deported by writing threatening letters to President Trump has pleaded not guilty.
Eric Billstad.
As flood recovery efforts continue across southeast Wisconsin, in Wauwatosa, more than 75,000 unique props, costumes, and set pieces have been destroyed.
And traffic with Debbie Lozica, the news you need to know. Wisconsin's morning news on WTMJ.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, someone gets hurt on the job. Because they're not perfect. They're people. And they're your people. At least you can keep them happy, healthy, and working with a workers' compensation policy from West Bend. It's how to give every problem a silver lining. West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Now get 50% off all window styles, plus you could pay nothing until 2027. Don't miss out. Schedule your quote at 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Well, Willie Castro's had the big play in the game, the throw out at home plate to end the 7th inning. Otherwise, it's 4-2, and who knows what happens from there. Castro will hit from the right side of the plate against Aaron Ashby. He's back to work in the bottom of the 8th. He has saved the Brewers bullpen. It's been Brandon Woodruff for 4 1/3, and now Ashby is out for his 4th inning. Got the last 2 outs of the 5th inning. Allowed a run in the 6th. Was perfect in the 7th. Castro takes a strike. Castro has been really the key guy in the doubleheader today. He had the 3-run home run, which was the difference in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Castro now swings and misses, and it's 1-2. And, of course, had the nice defensive play as well. As Kittredge starts playing catch in the Cubs bullpen. Timeout used by Castro. The first inning of this ball game took an hour. The rest of this ball game, it feels like it's flown by. Very good tempo. 1-2 pitch. Castro, chopper right back to Ashby. He'll run it halfway and flip high, and Vaughn pulls it in. 1 up and 1 down in the 8th. And Dansby Swanson hits. Nothing beats the heat like cold, creamy Cedar Crest ice cream, everybody. Perfect on a hot summer day. Grill up a tasty Usinger brat. Add some Pine River cheese spread to the bun. Got the taste of summer in Wisconsin. It's almost school time. A lot of people going back to school shopping, getting ready for after Labor Day. Swanson takes down and in with a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Some schools are already back in session. Most after Labor Day. Go get those supplies, get those last-minute grilling sessions in before the school year starts. Doesn't mean you can stop grilling just because summer is winding down. Just means that you can't do it anytime you want to. You have to be selective. Pick your spots. Yeah. The breakfast grilling might go down a bit. The 2-0 to Swanson, very high. 3 balls, no strikes.
I mean, you could set the alarm, get up early.
I'm always down for some breakfast grilling. 3-0 and Swanson. And he will take strike. 1 for 3 for Dansby Swanson, a double back in the 4th inning. The Brewers have won every game Brandon Woodruff has started for him so far, 7-0. They're going to need a 9th inning comeback to do that. 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Down 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. The Brewers will have Vaughn, Collins, and Terang scheduled against Andrew Kittredge. Acquired him from the Orioles at the trade deadline, fortify that bullpen. It's the Cardinals last year. Brewers have had a lot of success against Kittredge. 3-2. Jammed foul. 98 under his hands. We'll worry about that in the 9th. Make sure Aaron Ashby puts up a 0 in this bottom of the 8th. Hey, Ashby is saving the bullpen today. 3-2. Liner over the glove of Monasterio and into left field, a base hit. Just out of his reach. Swanson stops at first base with a 1-out single. Monasterio almost climbed that ladder high enough to hit Day. That's a pretty good piece of hitting from Dansby Swanson, taking a changeup down, and it was just out of the reach of Monasterio. Matt Shaw, a triple, a walk, and a fly out to right. Scored a big run in the 6th, then takes ball 1 off the plate away. Hit it down the left field line, and it's been that kind of night for the Brewers where the bounces are going the Cubs' way. It didn't hit the ivy. If it hits the ivy, it deadens. And it's a double for Shaw. And a toss to first has Swanson back. It hit the 355 marker, which is all brick. There are a few of those demarcation lines in the outfield, and it just so happened to hit that spot and caromed all the way back almost to the infield. Here's a strike on Shaw. 1 ball, 1 strike, and because of that strong carom, got into third and scored on the fielder's choice by Bush. A big 4th run scored by the Cubs. Pitch to Shaw is a strike on the inside corner at 95. 1-2. So just game 3 of the 5-game series. The Brewers could come back and win tomorrow and win on Thursday and still win the series. This one's not over yet either. As Shaw checked the swing and he went. Ball low and in the dirt. Shaw went around, picks up the strikeout to Ashby. That's his 3rd. With the ASAP strikeout for Ashby in this appearance. And Bush is the hitter. Bush, a double back in the 2nd inning. He's driven in 2 of the 4 runs. Lefty-lefty matchup. And Bush takes down and away. New baseball sent out to Aaron Ashby. Bush with the red batting gloves on. 1-0 coming is low with a fastball. 2-0. Baseball season, better known as Shandy season, baseball fans. Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's, flavor the moment. Swanson a big lead at first. The 2-0 to Bush. Chopper to second base. 2 hops for Terang. Throws to first, inning over. A hit, and that is all. 3 more outs to play with for the Brewers. They trail the Cubs 4-1 as we go to the 9th inning at Wrigley on the Brewers Radio Network. American Family Insurance.
In baseball, they call the last 2 months of the season crunch time.
You've proven you're good enough to be here, but are you good enough to win? Hi, this is Robin Yount. In the sausage business, Usingers knows they're as good as it gets, but they take nothing for granted. They want each link they make to be the best one they've ever made. That commitment to a goal is what makes them a winner. Good isn't good enough. They strive for great. Let's keep winning, and Usingers will keep making sausage. Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them.
In baseball, players spend time in the minors before making it. That's not the case with union construction trades like the operating engineers. As a union apprentice, you earn good money while you learn a trade. And graduates from union apprenticeship programs earn 41% more than their non-union counterparts. They even earn more than a typical worker with a master's degree. So if you are ready to earn big league bucks, go to join139.com to learn more.
It's Quick Trip's Around the Bases contest with Old Wisconsin. Want in? It's easy. Just stop by your neighborhood Quick Trip, purchase any Old Wisconsin product with quick rewards, and boom, you're entered. Choose from beef and cheddar, beef and jalapeno, or bourbon and bacon smokestacks. If you're selected and the Brewers score in the first inning, you'll get a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Get all the details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Quick Trip and Old Wisconsin. Proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
The sound of baseball. Statewide.
It is up, it is good!
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Well, do the Brewers have some magic in them tonight? We'll find out. They are down 4-1 as we go to the ninth inning, and Andrew Kittredge is on for the Chicago Cubs. Kittredge has given up 4 runs in 7 innings of work as a Cub. Had a .345 ERA in 31 games with Baltimore. Faces Andrew Vaughn out of the gate. And the first pitch from Kittredge is low, ball 1. Kittredge does have a save with the Cubs. And after giving up a few runs in his first appearance with Chicago, he's been clean since. 1-0 to Vaughn. Is a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitched in all 3 games of the Pirates series. Got a win and a save. 1-1 pitch. Vaughn chops it foul off his front foot. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Andrew Vaughn. Collins to follow, then Terang. Brewers and Cubs tomorrow. Another night game, 7:05. Jacob Mizorowski going to get the ball for the Brewers against Colin Ray. I have the pregame show for you at 6:30. 1-2. Liner on one hop off the side of the mound to Horner. He fields and throws. Vaughn is out. Boy, Brewers, they are hitting some missiles today. And if you go back and look at Baseball Savant with the exit velocity numbers, I bet you the Brewers have some of the harder hit balls tonight. Just not getting the luck. 108. Very hard hit. Hit off the side of the mound and right to Horner. And Collins takes up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. And one of the narratives coming into this series, the Brewers had a 9-game lead coming into this doubleheader today. 1-0 to Collins. Ground ball to second base. Horner has it and throws him out. 2 away, and Bryce Terang, the last hope for the Brewers. One of the narratives, especially from the Cubs media, was that the Brewers were just getting lucky. And that's what it was all about in this long stretch from the middle of May until their 14-game winning streak got snapped. Was the only reason they were doing it was because of luck. And today, luck was not on their side. Beauty of it, got a game tomorrow. Pitch to Terang, misses outside for ball 1. If the Brewers don't come back, and again, they're down to their final out, they will suffer back-to-back losses for the first time this month. 1-0. Terang takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Terang a base hit in the 7th inning. It was against Rogers. 1-1 pitch. Terang takes high. 2 balls and a strike on Bryce. Fans on their feet, 34,000. I'm sure there will be that many, if not more, tomorrow. 2-1 pitch. Terang chops it first base side. It's a fair ball. Bush takes it to the bag, and the ball game is over. The Cubs sweep the doubleheader. Game 1, 6-4. Game 2, a 4-1 final. We'll come back, have the totals for you right after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
This back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced treatments for herniated discs, spinal fusion, and more. Their board-certified orthopedic care specialists use the least invasive methods, starting with non-surgical options. If surgery is needed, they provide minimally invasive procedures. The OAW Spine Specialists focus on getting you back to an active lifestyle faster. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAW Spine Center.